Hello everybody, my name is CulBlu and I'm bringing out this video of me playing a board game, and today I'm going to be playing D-Day at Omaha Beach. This is a game that I don't even know how to put it. It's just a game that I've been wanting to do a playthrough of for a long time. I learned it halfway and then I didn't learn it and then I forgot it, and now I'm coming back to finally do a playthrough of it. So yeah, woo! Also, it is pretty hot where I'm at. Temperature-wise, it's getting towards the evening, but you may hear my AC in the background. I can't help that. Let me go and get our background music started, though, because I can help that. And yes, I will play background music in the middle of this video. My apologies for those who do not like it, but hashtag deal. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get started with that. And yeah, so D-Day at Omaha Beach, there's a lot to look at. This board is huge. This board is massive, so in order to kind of compensate for that, I'm going to have to use both of my cameras. I have my green screen all set and ready to go too for dice rolls. Haha, JK, there's no dice rolls in this game. Nope, there's card flips instead. So I'm going to try to get a zoom out here on my camera just to kind of give an appreciation. I got to turn that off. Just kind of give appreciation of the board. You see over here my laptop, my esteemed laptop, and then like my little bits and bobs. But you can see the board continues over this way. All the way over there. If I bring up my other camera, that is not the other camera. Clearly I'm live streaming. Speaking of which, if you want to check me out live streaming live on Twitch, check me out twitch.tv/CulBlu. Alright, anyway, silliness aside, here's the other side of the board with the other camera. I'm trying to do this without showing my entire life situation, but yeah, so we have this. So we have this side of the board over there, and then if I bring my hand to the middle, you'll see that it's this side of the board over here. So there's a lot of board. So as a result of that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my camera. I'm going to have my camera focused on kind of the primary sections that'll be neat to look at. So down here will be the beach. There's two sides to this game, just to kind of give a tour of the board. There's the eastern side, and then there's the western side. I'm going to be playing both sides. On the western side, and for those who might be wondering, oh my gosh, CulBlu, what do you mean? This is clearly, sorry, on the eastern side. Oh my gosh, CulBlu, this is clearly west. If you look here, north is actually pointing towards me. So east is on this side, west is on that side, because we're storming the beach. So we're coming in from the south to try to storm the beach here. But that's important to note, though, because yeah, arrows are going to be pointing in certain directions. So I have some players that are going to help me out. Keep track of all the stuff. But the main thing that you need to know is that there's two different sides and there's two different sectors, east sector and west sector. So the east sector is going to be controlled by the U.S. First Division, or also known as most famously the Big Red One. You know them from the video games. Some people know them as the Big Dead One, or the Big Red Fist. You know, just a bunch of like, you know, I don't want to say pejoratives, but terms that people use for Big Red One because they lost a lot of people. But it has been a pretty decorated infantry outfit, so I've learned from the internet. If we go over to the other side, we have here the U.S. 29th Division Infantry. That's going to be played, they're known as the Blue and the Gray. That's kind of their fancy nickname. I couldn't find anything special about them besides blue and gray. I was like, all right, I guess. They don't have a whole death story here. But at the very least, they're going to be storming this side of the beach on the west sector. So the enemy, which in this case, we're talking about storming the beaches of Normandy. So we are fighting, that's right, the Nazis. So we're fighting Germany here. More specifically, we're fighting against the Nazi Germany, and we're trying to fight up the beach to take it over. I am going to be playing what's called the first waves scenario. So not Easy Fox. Easy Fox is the training scenario where you kind of play only half of the game. You only play on half of the board, and you just storm the beach and score your points. I'm going to be trying to do the first waves. This will be my first time doing like a full game correctly. I say that because I did a full game incorrectly because I forgot a rule. But I got a good enough handle on the rules, and I got some sheets here that are going to help remind me about some stuff. Board Game Geek, there's always player aids that are out there. I forget where this one's from, but it's one that I just downloaded, and it gives me all the charts summarized. Here are the player aids that comes with the game. I'll talk about this more in my review, but these player aids are pretty, I mean, they're serviceable. Nothing to write home about, to be honest. Now, these ones from Board Game Geek, these are great. I love these because they got all the information I could ever want in them. As far as everything goes, though, I do need to do a setup. So I need to walk through setup of the game. And that is going to require me to get the rule book so I can get the setup pages here in front of me. So I got the rule book, and I will say this rule book, again, I want to talk about it in my review. This rule book is I don't want to say it's pleasant. It is manageable compared to some other war games that I've been trying to learn here recently, like Comancheria and oh my gosh, what's the game? Warfighter Vietnam. Ugh, that rule book. So this is the rule book here. So what I need to do is I need to go to the setup for our scenario, and I want to bring it up on the green screen here. So apologies for the jump scare that's about to happen here. So my apologies for that. But essentially, we need to set up stuff for here. And if you really want to look at the rulebook, you can go look it up on Board Game Geek. They always got the rulebooks posted there. If I can get my camera to focus here, come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Oh boy, I believed in it and it let me down. It's fine. It's fine. I can't use my normal secondary camera because it's currently showing the board. But here we have set up. All you need to know is that I need to set all these things up. I'm going to read from it. I just want to show you that I'm not cheating or anything. I'm just setting it up according to what the rulebook says here. And yeah, okay, cool. Oh, was that the right button? That was. Okay, cool. Perfect. All right. I do have these token organizers from Q4Me. I'm not sponsored by Q4Me. I promise I'm not sponsored by Q4Me. But Q4Me, if you want to sponsor me, please let me know. I love your products that you have. And these are some really cool things that you guys have, some snazzy stuff. But I'm going to use these token trays to kind of keep things in order. Here we have the kind of soldiers in the waves that they'll be coming out for different sides. I'll explain how that works a little bit later. Here we have kind of the remainder of soldiers, and we have all of the German warfighter side. And then over here we have some status markers and stuff that we'll also be using as we go along. So I just need this sheet because this is going to help me set up our lands here. So if you look on the board here, oh, excuse me. If you look on the board here, I'll zoom in a lot closer on the correct camera, I promise. There we go. We're gonna zoom in pretty darn close, and you'll see here that this board has a few different pieces of information. The first thing that we have, zoom out just a little, there we go. The first thing we have is we have these landing boxes. These landing boxes are going to be where I'm going to be landing on. So, you know, we're trying to storm the beaches of Normandy. We had to go from the water onto the beach, and we had to like send the little boats out. And you know, if you played your Call of Duties or seen your video games with the World War II theme, and storming the beaches of Normandy is kind of one of the big theaters that you always see, at least in from games design, to kind of glorify the American side of things, because it was our greatest hour, our finest hour. That's right, my hair right there in the middle of the board. The locations here are going to represent where we're going to be starting at. So I have units that are going to be deployed in the future. They're going to go here, and then eventually they'll land on the beach, and then I'll be able to kind of move around, maneuver them, do all kinds of fun stuff. Looking at the beach, you see different little wave lines. Down here, we have low tide. Right here, this little blue dotted line, this is mid tide, and this blue dotted line up here is high tide. That will be relevant because at certain points in the game, the tide will change, and it'll change how I have to enter the beach. That will be relevant once we get to it. We should make it all the way to high tide before the game's over because I'm not playing a full game. I'm only playing 16 rounds. I'm not playing all 32. So we'll just be doing the beach stuff here with my game. Over here, you have these starting locations. These are WN, which WN, that stands for a thing. 1 second. I think it's like Wiedernest, Widerstandnest. It's a German word, so it's a W. So W is like a V sound, from what I understand. But the Widerstandnets, again, if I'm pronouncing it wrong, my apologies. Feel free to correct me in the comments, and I'll go do better next time. But for right now, we have the WN60 to WN61. These are going to be the kind of the starting locations for the enemy. They're going to be starting there, and they're going to be appearing as mystery tokens. So we have here, and you have the promise. These are randomized as they're going to get. But you have these little tokens here. These are going to be sitting on those nests. They're going to represent enemy units, and they're going to have different degrees of depth associated with them, which determines like how dug in they are, how hardy they are, and it's going to be really impactful. But all you really need to know right now is that the map is going to tell me, or the rulebook is going to tell me to set up in these specific key spots certain German units, and I'm going to go ahead and go through the east side, and then east side, and then I'll do the west side afterwards. So let's zoom back out to our main view that we're going to be spending a lot of time at, which is right here. Huh. It's really weird. Oh, okay. I was very confused. Sorry. I scratched my monitor here and like everything started shaking. I was like, why? Because my monitor is connected to the arm that my camera's on. Okay. Anyway, background production things that you guys don't care about aside. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do our setup as I said before. So starting off with our units here. So we're going to mix together the W or the 18 WN depth markers. So that's going to be these here. These are the WN nest markers, these 18 here. And we're going to take these nest markers and we're going to put certain ones face down on these called out positions. So we're going to put them unrevealed on these 9 positions. So we're going to do position 60. So I'm just taking one, put it like that. We're going to do position 61. Position 62 in, so 62 in, 65 in, so this is 65 in right there, and then 66 in, which is going to be over here. I still was going to do the east side, but I guess I'm doing all of it so I don't miss things. And then we do 68 in, which is right there, so 68 in. And then we switch our camera over. So this is 68 in here. And then we're going to go to 70, which is right there. So WN 70. And then WN 72. Sorry, 72 in, which is right there. And then finally 73. Okay. So we put down all 9 of those markers, and now that we've done that, we're going to go back and we're going to take the rest of the markers, the last remaining 9, so it should be 9, so let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, hold on, I missed one. This happened last time, didn't it? What'd I miss? So 60, 61, 62 in, 65 in, 66 in, 68 in, 70, 72 in, and 73. All right, did I do math badly? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, there's 9 out there, and there's 10 here. That's math. Something ain't right. I got a marker in the wrong spot, don't I? One of these markers is not like the other. Oh, these are all the same. Maybe I counted bad. Let me count again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, yeah. Counting is essential, y'all. All right. We're good. We have the right markers out. I thought I was going crazy. All right. So we're going to take the rest of these 9 and we're going to put them in what's called the depth box. I could leave them here on the board. Sorry, in this little tray, but just to simplify my tray layout, I'm just going to put these in the box that it designates. So these markers are going to be depth markers that are, oh shoot, I didn't see that. There's going to be depth markers that are going to show different things and different numbers. That's going to be important later on. But if we bring up to the top of the board up here, this is going to be our marker box. So we're going to use this to kind of keep things organized. I'm going to put the depth markers, the 9 depth markers right there where it says 9 markers for depth markers. And I'm just going to keep doing that. All right, so we're going to go back down to the bottom here. And we're going to continue. We're going to mix together the 18 WN units. So the 18 WN units face down and place them on the map unrevealed as follows. So we're not going to immediately mix them all together, but these are the WN units. So there should be 18 of these. So this should be 2 rows of 8. So 16, 17, 18. So the rocket here plus that one plus these. And let me zoom in so we can get a better look. I should have probably saved a zoom here. Let me zoom in. Zoom down in a little bit. There we go. Oh, it's a little too close. There we go. All right, now we're cooking with gas. Okay. All right, so if we look here, these are the markers I said before. These are the WN markers. You see they have WN. That text is a little fancy, but it's a W and an N. So these are the 18 WN markers. We're going to mix them, randomize them. Again, these are pretty random enough. Some of these markers have 75 on the back. They also have 88 on these 2 over here. These are artillery because they have the dot in the middle. These ones that have the line, I think these are just soldiers. I forgot what the proper word is for them. Let me see if I can find it. I say as I try to explain the game while I set it up. I don't get to know. Okay, cool. That's fine. I didn't care what they were anyway. Well, we're gonna call them WN units. There, I said it. All right, so the WN units, we're gonna take the 2 units marked 88, which are these two. And we're gonna put this on position 61 and 72. So 61, which is this one here. And if you look on the board, you'll see there that has an 88 under it. That lets you know that's where that's supposed to go. Okay, and this next one we're supposed to put on 72, unrevealed. So we're gonna put it on 72S. So 72S goes back there. And just to show you there where it went right over there. 72S right there. Okay. And then continuing on here, stack units on top of death markers if present. Okay, we've done that. Place the 6 remaining artillery, or 6 units with artillery symbols on W in position 60, 62, 65. Let me go do that. So 60, which is here. Whoops. Then 62. 62S, right there. Then 65S. 65S is back there. And 68S, which is way over here. Sorry, 68S is right there. And then we have 70 right there. We have 73. Right there in the corner, 73. All right, so we got those placed. Now place a rocket unit on 69. So here is the rocket unit. It has the word rocket on them. It's hard to see that zoomed out there, but it has a rocket on them. We're gonna put it on 69, which should be up here somewhere. There it is, WN69. And then place the remaining 9 units on the remaining WN positions. So we're gonna put the rest of the WN units on the remaining spots without people on them yet. So we're gonna take the last 9 here. Let's see, we're gonna put this guy right there. I'm gonna put this guy right there. This one right there. And this soldier over there. And this soldier goes over there. Then this soldier goes over here. There's a few spots. Oh, I missed a spot here. So the soldier's gonna go there. And then this soldier goes there. And then finally, this soldier goes where? Did I miss one? Oh, up here. Wow, that's way up in there. All right, so there we go. Everybody's all set. So that's gonna be it for the German board. Now we're gonna continue with our bits. We're gonna put them in the right spot. So down here we have units. These units are supposed to be obscured, but on the opposite side they have letters. I have mine separated already, pre-separated. So these bottom ones, these should be German Infantry Unit D. All 11 of these should be German Infantry Unit D, because you want them mixed up and you don't want to know which one's which, but you want the letters separate. These ones up here should be the letter T, and these ones here should be the letter M. I'm gonna take those and put those in the respective spots on the boxes up there. So I'm taking all of the T's, and just to show you, I guess, fine, I'll show you. Well, no, I'm not gonna show you because there's no significant information you need. That's right. You have to watch me play to learn these things. No. This is not a comprehensive teach, clearly. I'm just gonna be playing along. Still pseudo-learning the game myself here as well. But these units, they're gonna have the T on them, and we're gonna put them in the tactical box, which should be up here. So we're gonna put German tactical reinforcements right there, 9 units. And then we're gonna put the M guys in there. It should be 8 of those. And, whoop, I didn't see that. Dropped one, but I didn't see it. Doing pretty good so far. Here's the 8 M's. Or the Myers. And then next we have the 11 D's here, and these ones should be going into that one, division reinforcements. From my understanding, these guys go to the only come out when you run out of T's. So the T's are kind of like the easier ones to fight. That's my assumption. I also don't know if I'll actually interact with these guys ever, because from what I've played, they don't do anything but just sit there looking menacingly until I pass by them, and then I guess I gotta shoot them. Okay. All right, cool. So that's all done. And then next, going back down to here. Oh, where's my button? Here we are. Yeah, so going back down to here, what do we need next? So we got the tactical reinforcements, divisional reinforcements, the Kruppermeyer or the M units, and then the 20 mobile death markers in the mobile death box. I'm not moving these markers. They're just gonna live here. I'm gonna keep those where they are. And the 8 building death markers, I'm gonna keep them where they are. I'm not gonna move those because I don't know if they'll come into play. If they do, I'll pull them out. All right. And then there's 4 German artillery units. They're going to be these 4 here. So I'm going to take these and mix them up to the best of my ability. And then I'm going to put these in their respective boxes. There's 2 boxes on each side. So there's a box here and there's a box on the other side. I'm going to put 2 units inactive face down, so I don't know what they are yet. But I will very soon on round 4. You see here round 4, the artillery units become active. And that's that. All right, so that's all set. So I think I'm finally set for the German units. I think they're all good now. So they're all set. Next thing we need to do is we need to put the turn marker. I have that over here. So let me know what turn it is. And then I could use the phase marker. I'm not going to use the phase marker. This is going to be a little bit messy regardless. I was going to try to remember what I'm doing. We'll see. I'll probably mess up at some point. You never know. These videos always end up being recorded 6 times anyway before I finally get one that I like. Maybe the first one will work this time. I don't know. I don't want to jinx it. I've officially jinxed it. Oh no. What have I done? Alright. So let's go down here. So we got all that set up. We got our cards. We did give those a good shuffle. Those are all set and ready to go. Next, what we need to do is we need to set up our US units. So our starting US units, this is kind of our token tree, and I'll zoom in again for all this stuff here. So looking at the tray here. So there's 2 different sides of units. There are these light green ones and these darker green ones. If you can't really tell the difference based on the color, you should be able to tell the difference based on their call sign number. So from here, the C741s, the letter in 741s, these should be for the east side, and then the 743 should be for the west side. And it doesn't follow that pattern exactly, but like there's different units in the rulebook. It calls out which ones go where. Again, the coloring is a little bit easier to see. It's still very slight of like light green and dark green. You can kind of see here on the camera, but essentially what happens here, and I think I have this, sorry, I got my hair everywhere. Essentially what happens here is that light green is going to be on that side of the beach, and then dark green is going to be on this side of the beach. So dark green over here, light green over there. Big red one over here. The green and gray, or sorry, green and gray, blue and gray are going to be over there. That's the main thing you need to know. All right, so let's continue with placing our units. We're going to go with the starter units. We're going to start with tanks on the beach, and if you look at these, look at them very closely. You'll see that they have their numbers. There has some text here. Again, this is going to be a little bit hard to see on my camera. My apologies ahead of time. I can zoom in a little bit more. I could use my green screen, but my green screen I think will just have issues. So we're just going to zoom in more. Enhance. Oh, come on. You can enhance better than that. There you go. Oh, look at that crispness. Oh my gosh. It's so great when you get super zoomed in. So you see here ER5. So ER5, that's probably a bad example because ER5 is all screen. Let's go with FG2. So FG2 means I'm going to put this tank here for FG2, and I'm going to put it in the box that's right in front of it. FG2. So it means that this one's hasn't landed yet. It's currently floating in the water, floating towards the beach. It hasn't reached the beach yet. And then I'm going to put the other one, which is FG5. So the next one here. And then I'm going to do ER3. So ER3 is going to go in its respective spot. And then finally, we have ER5 is going to go in its respective spot. And that's all set. Okay, so those are all set. Now, for the other ones, you'll notice that they have their own little letters down here. DG3, DW, blah, blah, blah. That's on the other side of the beach. If I bring my camera over, you'll see here that we got to take DG3 is going to go way over here in DG3. DW3 is going to go here in DW3. DW1 is going to go there. And then DG2 is going to go over here at DG2. Yeah, DG2, DG3, DW3, DW1. So that's where they're going to be approaching from. Again, I can't show the whole thing at the same time. I mean, I could zoom my camera out, but it'll be really blurry. I want to try to make it somewhat readable. I know it's barely readable right now, but it's the best I could do. So I don't know. I'm trying to make it work here. All right, going back over here. Ooh, crisp. Look how crisp that is. This is going to be, actually, let me save this zoom in level because we'll have to zoom back in here in a second anyway. This is going to be very important because we're going to need to evaluate how things are going to land, but we're going to talk about that here in a second because we're about to start playthrough. So, zooming back out to our normal view, we have everything set. The board is set. We got our east sector is all set and ready to go. We got our tanks are kind of floating in, getting ready to hit the beach. They're going to be the first ones to hit the beach. Then over here on the west sector, they're doing the same thing, about to hit the beach. The way that this game works is that each side will have a certain number of actions they can do. Generally speaking, it's 2 actions per turn, and 2 actions is not a lot of actions, but there are a number of ways to get free actions. And some of those free actions, I'll call those out, especially in the first round that we actually have soldiers on the beach. But for right now, I'm going to use these thumbs to kind of keep track of my 2 actions per side. So I got the big red thumbs. So get it? Big red 1, big red thumbs. I got the big red thumbs over here for these guys, and I got the blue and the gray. They got their blue thumbs over there, just to kind of help me keep them separate. You can play this game with 2 players. This is a solo game, a solitaire only game, but it's conceivable for you control one side, your friend can control another side. I did contemplate doing this as a 2-player instead of doing solo, but I want to do a full solo experience. And then additionally, when one side activates, they do all their things they can do, and then they end their turn, and then the other side will go. So that's important to note. So it's not like I'm going to move my soldier here, and then you get to move a soldier there, and then like kind of back and forth, rotate actions. It's essentially finish everything that you can do on this side, and then finish everything you do on that side. That's extremely important for a lot of reasons, and we'll talk about those as we go along. It'll become obvious as we go. So you might be wondering, CulBlu, okay, cool, you got everything started. What happens now? Great question. First thing that happens is we are going to go to our boxes at the top. So if we go to our boxes at the top, you'll see here that we have a number of boxes going across the top of the screen. And those boxes are going to go from left to right, starting with number 1, all the way over to, well, I guess number 1. So we play east sector, west sector, landing cards. We do those landing checks. And then we'll do an event phase at number 2. We skip this on the first round, so we won't be doing this on the first turn. And then afterwards, we'll do the German firing section, which will be drawing 2 cards, one for the east, one for the west, and evaluating those. And then after that's done, we get to take our actions. Now this part here where it says event card, skip on turns 1 through 16, we're never going to go past this line over because we're not going to be playing the advanced game. And I mentioned before that I'm only going to be playing 16 rounds in this game. So here the extended game is where it starts on round 17 going forward. I'm not doing the extended game, we're just doing a normal game or a shorter game, not extended game, first waves, whatever it's called. So as a result of that, I'll never go beyond the west sector firing. But after all those cards are drawn, then I get to finally move my troops around and kind of do some stuff and kind of deal with the losses that I have, try to make the best of a bad situation, so on and so forth. So that is how that works. So with that said, what we need to do is we need to go ahead and draw our first card. And we get to introduce ourselves to the card system, which I think is pretty swifty. So drawing the first card here, this is going to be for our east sector landing check. Actually, let me draw both. Hold on, let me get our camera up there. So I'm going to draw both the east sector and west sector. So we're going to do the east sector card and the west sector card, like so. And then we're going to evaluate those, and then we'll do the other stuff as we go along. So let me go ahead and bring this card here into our zoomed in view, because this is where I said before I'll need our zoomed in view. So we'll zoom in. Oh, gotta go to the controller. Zoom in super close. Yeah, it might be too close. That's a little bit too close. But you know what? We'll make it work. As soon as I make it not work. There we go. So on the screen here we have a card. Now this card has a few pieces of information. These are multi-use cards, which I think is pretty neat. You'll notice here a top border, which has a landing. You'll have some middle text here, which these are for the events. And then finally down at the bottom, you got some symbols, stars, shapes, and crosses, and all the kinds of fun things that you ever need. So we're going to ignore everything on this card except for the green section because we're currently in the amphibious phase. We're currently in the landing phase. So going through the procedures here, let me get our, where's that section? Sorry, I'm trying to get the stuff here. This is page 1, page 3. Thought I had a summary here. Well, the heck if I know. Yeah, so first, okay, there it is. Yeah, I found it. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do the amphibious operations. That's what we're doing right now. So we're gonna look at these, and this is we're gonna see diamond B, triangle A, circle A. And I think A is not good for me, but we'll make that work in a second. So if you look at the little chits and bits we have here, we have 2 of them visible on screen. The other 2 are off screen that you can't really see in the zoomed in view. But we see here we have diamond here and we have triangle here. So in order for us to figure out the fate of our tanks, we need to go ahead and look at the letter here. This is saying B. So we need to go to our, I'll use the player aid that came with the game instead of the one I printed out, which is the same thing. It just has, fancy colors in a slightly different spot. And looking at the player aid here from the, oh, that's big. From the book, you see here the amphibious results chart, or amphibious results table. And it says for turn 1, we have A, B, C, and D. So, man, it's a little shaky. We have A, B, C, D. Man, this is really close. All right, let me zoom out just a little bit. Give me a little bit of space. There we go. It's a little bit. We don't need to be that close. Whew, much better. All right. We have A, B, C, and D. So we saw earlier here that we have for diamond, we have B. So we need to go to column B and see what happens. So, that's not great. So my tanks that are diamonds are just killed. They just die. So they just blow up. So this tank that's diamond is eliminated, and this tank that's diamond is eliminated. And that is the way of the game, guys. Sometimes it happens. All right, and then next we have triangle A and circle A. So triangle and circle have the same fate, and they're both going to be delayed place in turn 2 space of the turn track. So when something is delayed, it's not great, but it's also not as bad as losing the thing entirely. So what's going to happen is I'm going to take these 2 tanks here, and they are delayed. They're going to come back on their same letters later on in the likely in a different round. So for right now, there's going to be nothing on the beach on the east side, which is not great for the east side. But we're going to zoom up to we're going to zip up to the top of the board here, and we're going to take our things that were delayed, and we're going to put in the proper rounds. Sometimes things will be delayed by 2 rounds. Sometimes things will be delayed by 3 rounds, so on and so forth. For this one, we're delaying it specifically to round 2, so that's going to show up in round 2, and I'll show how that pops back in once we kind of get the flow of things. So that's very unfortunate for the east side. As you can see, the east side, things are not going well. I will have 0 actions that I can do on the east side as Big Red 1 or Big Red Thumbs, but you know what? So's the way of the Big Red Thumbs. They had it rough. They had it rough in a lot of these conflicts, and this one was no different. I will note that I didn't mention this before, but I'll zoom back down to the bottom of the board here. The losing condition for us is if either division suffers 8 or more losses. Now these losses have to be infantry losses. So tanks, while losing those is a huge deal, losing a tank does not get me closer to ending the game, which is good and bad. Good in the sense of like, hey, I still have a fighting chance. Bad in the sense of I lost 2 tanks already. That's not great. So I don't put any losses here in the box. I'll show you how people are lost because I'm pretty sure we'll lose at least 1 or 2 people, possibly more. But that's an important thing to know. All right. So we got all that done. Now let's go ahead and move over to the other side of the board. And this is the card that we drew for the west sector. For the west sector, they have this card, which is going to be diamond C. So let's see what diamond C is. So diamond C is lose 1 step. Losing a step basically means you took a damage. So that means that this tank here has currently 2 pips of health. It's a little bit hard to see in the zoomed out view, but it's like 2 little tiny dots. We're going to flip it over to his other side, showing it only has 1 health now. And then after we deal with the consequences, this tank is going to finally land, which is something you didn't get to see last time, but it's going to land on the spot that it's pointing to. All right, next up, we have triangle A. Oh man, that's delays. So triangle A is going to be delayed. So it's going to be delayed by turn 2, just like the other side was. And then finally, we have circle B eliminated. Oh man, whew, it's not looking good at all. All right, so both these tanks just die. Oh, that is unfortunate. Some eliminations happening so early. So it looks like for this side, they only have one action. So that's been great. That's kind of great. We're going to continue with the rest of our turn here. But yeah, just know that that was not a great start to this game. It's better for things to be delayed, I've learned, than it is for the start of the game than for them to be eliminated. Elimination, I can't get them back. Delayed means they'll come back sooner and hopefully have like a nice wave of people. All right, now after I do all that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of the troops that are designated to come out on round 1, or designated to reach the beach boxes, I should say, on round 1, and I'm going to load them up in their spots. So normally how you would represent this, if you don't have something to organize your stuff like this, is what you'll do is you'll go to the top of the board and you'll take your entire stack of units here for like round 1, round 1 for the big red one, and round 1 for the blue and the gray, and you'll put them in stacks up here to kind of show that you're getting ready to take them. Kind of like how I have these tanks up here. This is where you normally put all of your units. Like I said, I don't do that because I have this whole organization system that I'm going to use it. So essentially what I'm going to do, I just have to remind myself that I'm on round 1. These guys need to go out into the water. You'll probably see me forget mid-turn and then like kind of fill it in as we go along. But for this one, I need to take all the soldiers here and put them in their respective boxes, is what I'm trying to say. So all these guys here are going to go into the landing boxes for the east sector, and all these guys here are going to go in the landing boxes for the west sector. To kind of show me for next round, these guys are going to be coming in, and they're going to face their landing consequences. So let's go ahead and zoom down to the bottom, and let's get those filled in. So this is ER2. Oh, sorry, I lied. ER3. This one's FG5, FG2, ER6, FG4, and ER2. That's how they're going to go. Now, for the other side, we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to get their people out. So we have DW3, DG4, CH2, DR3, EG2, yep, it's EG2, DR2, and EG3. All right, so they're all set. So that means that next round, when we get to the landing phase, we're gonna check them and do the same thing with the diamond A, square, or circle B, all that stuff. For right now, we're done though. So we're done with our landing phase. Now we're gonna move up into the top of our board, and we're gonna do the event phase, which we skip round 1, so we're not gonna draw a card for that. So now we're gonna draw a card for our fire section. So I'm gonna draw both cards like I did before. I'll bring it over here to the west side since we don't need to see. Nothing's really going to happen on the east side anyway. So we're going to draw that card for that one and that card for that one. Now these cards are, oh, no, how does the game know? All right, these cards are, they'll do different things, but I'll walk through step by step how each one works. Even though they're not shooting anybody here on the east side, I'll start here. I'm very frustrated about the card that showed up for the west side, and I'll explain why once we get to that side. Going back down to the bottom here, we have our card in hand, and what I like to do, and this is not something that you have to do, but what I like to do is I like to mark which locations are shooting. So I have these markers here up to the side, these little cylinders here that I got from Q for Me for some other stuff that they have. And essentially what we're looking for is we're looking for the color, and then we're also looking for the symbol. Now the symbol is going to matter when we try to evaluate who's getting attacked, because you'll notice that there's different symbols, and I'll explain this in a little bit more detail probably round 2 when we actually have things to shoot. Actually, no, I'll explain it also here. Oh man, and it matches too. Ugh, it's so frustrating. All right, sorry, I'm getting mad about the things you guys can't see. So this is the yellow location. So the yellow location is showing, and it's showing a double stack. When it shows a double stack like this here on the card, that means that only locations that have at least one depth marker can shoot. So if there are multiple locations, like here for green, for instance, there's a double stack here for green and a single stack there. So there's a depth marker plus an enemy unit, and this one's just an enemy unit by itself. If this were green, it's not green, but if this yellow box was green, then that means that this one would shoot, but this one would not. Again, this one would shoot, this one would not. If it was just a single box like this red one here, actually we'll just evaluate that because it's over here. You see here we have a single stack here for this unit, and we have a double stack for this unit. All units are essentially eligible to shoot. So all these units are going to be shooting at triangles. The yellow right here is going to shoot because it's a double stack. It's going to shoot, and nobody else is shooting on this side. So that's how you evaluate that. Now, when it comes to calculating damage, again, I have no units for it to shoot, but when it comes to calculating damage and who gets hit and hit by what you do is you look at the symbol here. This is extremely important because if you forget to do this, you'll have a horrible game. Again, my test game that I was doing right before I started recording here, I forgot this rule because I literally like relearned and spent like 5 or 6 hours 2 days ago, like learning the game and like fully diving in. I completely forgot everybody was getting shot and I was having a bad time. I feel like I was doing okay though, despite that. But I was playing on super ultra hard mode. Anyway, so if I had any soldiers that had the triangle symbol in spots where they were allowed to be shot, then we would evaluate that. I'll explain allowed to be shot and all that stuff later. But for right now, just know that there's nobody on the beach, so nobody's shooting anybody. But right now, this guy could have shot, and these two guys would have shot. Now, when they do shoot, they will shoot the number of units, and this depends on how you play. If you play with the easier version of the game, which is what I'm playing with, then only a unit that is on the beach that is getting shot by somebody can only lose 1 step per round. 1 step per attack phase. So that means that a unit getting shot by three different locations, 3 different enemies here, would only take 1 damage total instead of taking 3 damage and being eliminated completely, because the health on this unit is the pips, and you can see here this guy has 3 health. So if he got shot 3 times right now, he would be dead completely. But that's just kind of a way to kind of give you a chance to maybe make some progress. So I'm playing that way. The hardcore way is that if somebody's getting shot twice, they got shot twice. And that doesn't feel great. So I'm not playing the hardcore way. I'm not hardcore enough. But all that goes along with it is that this guy would have shot twice, and then these two combined would shoot 3 different units. So this guy would shoot 2 different units. This guy would shoot 3 different units because there's a stack of 3. But again, there's nobody for them to shoot. These landing boxes, they don't exist yet. They're coming up soon. They're in the queue, but nobody's on the beach, so nobody gets shot. Therefore, we can just remove those. Well, I'm going to leave those for now. I'll explain why later. Actually, no, I'm going to remove them now. Whenever I have things for them to shoot at, I'll explain why I keep them there. The next thing that you do, after you finish evaluating how things are shot on your sector, because remember I said you kind of do this sector fully and then you do that sector to kind of keep the game from getting too crazy with what's going on and what's happening where, is that you also get to do what's called, clear mines, clear hazards, or clear obstacles. On the first round, you do not do this, so I will not be doing this round, but clearing obstacles, and this is why I like to mark the people when they shoot. I don't know why I took those away. Clearing obstacles, what that means is essentially any location that was not in the firing line. And I guess I should explain firing lines. So right here, yellow is shooting, and every spot that has a yellow dot on it, whether it's a half filled dot, a fully filled dot, or a partially filled dot, semi-filled dot. This is light fire. This is sustained. Wait, actually, let me get the right words here, because it's important. All right, so this is sporadic fire. These little circles here. These are sporadic fire dots. Steady fire dots are these ones here, and then intense fire dots are these solid ones. So any spot that has a location that was being shot at from this enemy is not eligible for me to try to remove the mines and barbed wire. Now the mines and barbed wire, that only comes into play at mid-tide and high tide. It is not in play right now. So therefore my people, they're on the beach, they can run around and do whatever they want all around here. Per movement rules, as long as it's still low tide. But eventually the tide is going to rise, it's going to get to mid-tide, and then when people start coming in from the ocean, they'll land right here on top of mines and they'll blow up and stuff, or have a risk of blowing up, and I don't want that to happen. So as a result of that, I need to start clearing the mines and try to clear the minefields as soon as possible, because I have a limited amount of time, and during low tide I can clear 2. I'm only mentioning that because now that I've established what firing lines are, you can see that red was shooting all around here, yellow was shooting all around here. The engineers that are there, they're not represented by chits and bits, they're just implied to be there. The engineers that are on the beach can only clear mines in sections that we're not shot at. So in this case, the spots that are eligible to be cleared right now, if I were allowed to, I'm not allowed to, but if I were allowed to clear mines right now, I could clear this mine, and I'll put this little clear marker here to show it's cleared. And then I can also clear this mine way over here, because remember, yellow and red shot. And these are the only 2 spots that did not have a shooting spot with yellow or red that were in the line of mines that are here, which is pretty much this entire line going all the way down the beach. So I could have cleared those 2 if it wasn't round 1, but it is round 1, therefore I cannot clear those 2. Okay, cool. All right, glad I talked about that. All right, so that's all done. The east sector is done. We're gonna go over to the west side. And on the west side, I'm very frustrated with this attack card because the game just knows. The game just knows that you're gonna have a bad time, you know? So the yellow is shooting, and so the yellow is here. Yellow's here. And the only one that's shooting on yellow is going to be the double stack, because that's a double stack here for the card that was drawn for the west sector firing. And not only that, but the only unit that I have here is a tank, and that's the only unit that is in firing line. You can see here's in the firing line of yellow. Now, armor units do not take damage from firing, as in if we bring out this card here, there's all these letters and symbols and stuff. You completely ignore these unless you're playing with the advanced side of things. So these don't mean anything. The A, the R, the star means something, and this little loop symbol here means something. This little loop symbol here is the armor symbol, and if the symbol exists, what it means is that the unit that is firing from this location not only shoots normal units like normal, but it can also hit and hurt tank units. So what I'm trying to point out is that in a funny little situation here, this is going to actually hit the tank, and the tank only has 1 health, so therefore it is eliminated. So just like that, the whole beach is cleared. It's great. I'm having a great time, guys. I'm having a fun time. And that's not the only unit shooting, sorry. The yellow is shooting and purple is shooting. So purple is shooting and it's a single, so that means that both of these guys would fire. So this one would have fired, this one would have fired. And brown is shooting. So that means that this one is brown single, so both would fire. So there's a whole bunch of fire being shot on this beach here between these units. They're only hitting diamond. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention. The other thing is that the tank that was here, that only had 1 health, was a diamond, so therefore it was eligible to get hit. That's why I was saying I was so frustrated with the fact that not only was it yellow that shot it, not only was it the correct symbol that shot it, but it also had the anti-tank symbol, so therefore the tank actually took a hit, so therefore blue can suddenly do nothing on their turn. So whole beach got wiped. That's just the way it is sometimes. There's no way for me to clear mines anyway because it's round 1. So I can go ahead and take these little markers away. No need to evaluate where I could have cleared mines because I couldn't. And that's it. Turn 1 is done. I can't do anything else. I end the turn there. We take all the cards that were inside of the top row up here. We take all these cards and we put them in the discard. We move our turn marker up. And then we get ready for round 2. So round 2 will hopefully be a little bit more fruitful. I don't know, I have my doubts. But let's see, round 2. We're gonna go ahead and draw our cards. I'm gonna do them one at a time. I know I did it both at the same time, but it didn't speed anything up, so therefore I'm not gonna do that. This is gonna be the east sector. So the east sector, we're gonna have a landing. We're gonna consult our table. So our table has a different section of consequences here for landing results. Now we're on turn 2 and 3. And then eventually we'll go to turn 4 and 14, and then finally 15 plus, we'll start following this stuff. So I'm going to stop using this chart, and I'm going to use the chart that I printed out from Board Game Geek because it's nice and double-sided. It has a whole bunch of other stuff that I need as well, and it just feels overall cool and neat to have. So with this chart, for turns 2 to 3, we have Diamond A. So Diamond A, this is where the unit matters. So if it's a tank, which there's a triangle tank and a circle tank. So Diamond, we only have infantry units. These are infantry units, little boxes with the X on them. So 2 infantry units here on either side. So Diamond A for infantry units is going to be nothing. So nothing happens to them. So they just get to step on the beach. Heck yeah. Woo! We made it. We got our first units on the beach. Hopefully they don't die. Oh, that's a circle. I'm sorry. Okay, next we have Triangle C. So Triangle is going to be a tank and an infantry unit. So Triangle C is going to be for the tank. They're going to lose a hit. They're going to take a hit, which is not great. And then they're going to go ahead and land. And then for Triangle C infantry units, they're going to move 4 steps. So they're going to drift 4 steps to the east. So remember, east is this way, west is that way. That's why I like this chart, because it just says left or right. I don't have to think about east and west and convert in my head. So we're gonna move 4 steps left, 4 to the left, which is not great, It's not terrible, but it's not great. So 1, 2, 3, 4, we land there. Now, units can be stacked up to 2 maximum by the end of the turn. So by the time I'm done with my turn, I can only have a max of 2 units, two legit units. If it's like a hero unit, they don't count. If it's a HQ unit, it doesn't count. A general, it doesn't count as a unit total, a stack limit. But I can only stack 2 units at that location. Right now, I have a tank and I have a infantry unit. An additional thing to note is that if I ever have 5 steps worth of strength in a single spot, it becomes a focus, which means that this is currently 4, but if this tank never got shot and was full health, and then my infantry unit landed on top of it like this, I would just use this marker to signify, to remind myself that this is a priority target. And what a priority target means is that when we do go over into the shooting section, again, we're using this card for landing up here. We're not using it for down here, but let's just say hypothetically, this was my shooting section. If I were to use this for shooting section, well, these ones match, but all units that are inside of a priority target location would be considered a match. So let's use this older card here as an example. This means that this one's hitting diamonds only. Well, these 2 triangles would also be considered diamonds now, because there's 5 units of strength here, if there were 5 units of strength, and this was the card that was shooting. So I mentioned that because I do want to be careful about how my units end up stacking up. I don't want to try to draw too much attention to my units and try to keep it spread out, but also it's going to happen. So whenever units drift, sometimes it can cause you to have a giant stack of allies there, a giant stack of your troops, and that can cause priority to happen, and that just cut you down. Okay. So continuing, sorry, just destroying the Germans here from behind. So we did triangles, now we need to do circles. So circle B is going to be, we got a tank and an infantry unit. So circle B is going to be 1 step to the left for both. So 1 step to the left, 1 step to the left. So 1 step to the left and 1 step to the left. Oh, that's not good. All right, well, there we go. We got ourselves a nice little priority stack right there. So all of these units are considered to have the matching for, because this is currently 7 steps in 1 spot. Because each troop is 3 and the tank is 1. But yeah, that's considered a priority target. So they're all stacked up. There's like a huge power source, and the enemy's like, get them. Try and take them out. So that's going to happen later. But for right now, we're all done with our movement. This little symbol here, this little star here is for mines. Mines do not matter right now, but mines will matter from mid tide to high tide. So that basically means that there will be a risk when they land to blow up. I think that happens when the Germans attack. I'll have to look up the rules on that one to confirm, because I haven't had a chance to face them because I just was very good at clearing my little section. All right, next card, West Sector. So this card's here for the West Sector. So for the West Sector, we have Diamond C, and we're going to use the same chart. It's going to be the same chart, just a different card, because it's a different card for the West. For the West Sector. So for Diamond C, let's see, Diamond C, we have a tank, an infantry unit. So just a tank and infantry unit. Diamond C, the tank is going to lose 1 step, not great. And land. And the infantry unit is going to move 4 to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Could have another focus fire situation here in a second, but I'm hopeful that things will pan out my way. Next up, we have Triangle B. Thank goodness. Triangle B is moving everything to the left. So Triangle B is going to move. I see we have something different here. Huh. Well, that's different. Oh. Hold on, rewind things. Let me go back to the other section. So this is one of the drawbacks of using this little abbreviated chart. So for here, this is what I'm supposed to be using for all units. For specifically section D, G, and CH, I'm using this section instead. So in this particular case, I gotta redo my little movements here. So I'm gonna rewind for a second. I'm keeping this card here, but I'm bringing this one back down. And I think my circle B My circle B I played as moving 1 to the left. That was not correct. So they don't do 1 to the left. They do... Circle B is going to do 2 to the left. 1, 2. So they go there. And let's see, circle B... Let's see, what other unit? Triangle? So triangle C... So triangle C, I move 4 to the left. It actually supposed to move 9 to the left. Oh gosh. All right, where'd you start? ER5. So he moves, or ER3. He moves 9 to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And if they land off to the side, then they're delayed. They're essentially delayed. I think they're delayed by 2 rounds. I have to double check the rules on that. It should tell me here on the board. I don't see it, but it's fine. The rule book tells me. All right, so they move 9. Who else did I move wrong? Let's see, this one is diamond. So I'm just gonna put them back where they were, ER6. So diamond was A. Diamond A is gonna be 4 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't believe I did that completely wrong. And then finally, circle C, you were E5, FG5. So FG5 for circle C, circle B. Circle B was 2 to the left. Okay, I corrected that already. And then diamond A. Diamond A was 4 to the left. So you're not here. You're 4 to the left. So you're 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost off the edge, but you're still here. Okay, that changes things a little bit. That makes it feel a little bit better. The tanks I did correctly. I just did not do correctly my infantry units over there. All right, cool. I'm glad I saw that and I paid attention. So let me go back and just redo completely the west sector. So this game is very procedural, which is pretty neat, but you can end up in situations like I just did there, where that little small mess up will change the entire game. So you gotta really pay attention. Attention to detail. That's what this game's all about. Okay, starting back over. So we're on this card here. So diamond C. So diamond C. So this unit here is a ranger. And rangers are important because rangers will allow me to do some special stuff. I need to be very careful about keeping this guy alive if I can. Rangers are, they get to move for free, so they don't count as one of my actions here whenever I do move. And I'll explain how movement works once we get to it, since we finally have units to move. Hopefully it survive, but we'll see. For this one though, this is not a diamond, so I don't care about them right now. So diamond C. Diamond C is going to be, it's going to be 9 steps left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, this is an important thing. Whenever a unit crosses this middle line, they suddenly become in command of the other side. I need to check the rules to see when that triggers. I think it's at the top of the round is when it happens. So I don't think you can voluntarily just run across the line. But when a unit does get over to the side, like this guy drifted from way over here to way over there, this guy is now under command of Big Red 1, no longer under command of Blue Gray. So that's important to keep in mind, especially if you're playing 2-player. You know, it's like, hey, I got a unit I can use. Yeah, woo. So that's all that means. So that guy's over there. All right, so all the diamonds are done. Now triangle B. So triangle B. Triangle B, this guy is in CH. So they're in CH, they move 1 to the left. And triangle B, they're not in CH or DG, so they're gonna move 2 to the left. 1, 2, that could be disastrous. All right, and then this tank here is triangle, so it's gonna move 1 left and go in. Okay, and then circle. So circle here is circle A. So circle A is going to drift everybody 4 to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Just donating units over here. Jeez. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh, wait. He was in DG. Nope. He's in DG. DG is going to move nowhere. Okay. All right. There we go. Whew. Confusing. Confusing as clear as mud. Okay, so that's all done. We're done with the landing finally. We're going to go back over here to this side. And we're now going to do our first event. So we're going to draw our event card, and I'll bring up on the green screen here, and it'll be out of focus like always. This one says we're in rounds 2 through 10. So German reinforcements, place 1 each in zones A and D. So if you recall, I mentioned before that when reinforcements come out, we pull reinforcements from the T box over here. And then afterwards we pull it from the D box, and then afterwards we pull it from, I'm assuming we pull it from the M box. I don't know, I guess M comes out specially, but we're gonna take a reinforcement, we're gonna take this guy, and it says we're zones A and D. So if I bring it here to our middle of the board and get this card out of the way, zones A and D are going to be, man, that's so out of focus. I need to fix that someday, just not right now. We're gonna take this unit here and we're gonna put it in A. So A currently has this location. We're gonna prioritize getting closest to enemy units, or ally units, I should say. And then if there's no determination there, then we put in the lowest available letter. So currently A1 is available, so we put it there. And then the other guy, we're gonna put on D1 all the way over here, which should be right there. Sorry, I think it was under the card there, but he went right there, D1. Okay, so that was our event. Not a good event for me, but it didn't mess up things. It just made it a little bit harder for us to fight into that little area and try to get more control here. So that's going to be annoying for in-game scoring. But hey, what else is new? What else is new? Continuing on with our terrible days here. So we have our first firing card here. This is going to be for the East sector. So for the East sector, they're going to fire here. We're going to look at this bottom part. Now, there's a few different pieces of information on this particular card. One of the things you'll note is that little black box. That black box corresponds to artillery fire. Artillery fire is not here yet. Oh, sorry, hold on. Before we do, pause. Hold on. I know I drew this card already, but I forgot. I gotta fill in units for the beach. So if you look here on my little tray, you'll notice that there's no number 2s. That's fine. There's no number 2s for the second wave, for the second round. Round 3, I'll have some more units here for the various sides. And I'll try to split it up so you can see kind of a little bit more visually who gets what. With this side getting these things and this side getting those things. But for round 2, we do have our tanks that were delayed, and they're going to finally come back into drifting distance. So this tank is going to go into FG5. This tank is going to go into ER3. And this tank is going to go to DG2. Would have been better to have them on the beach, but you know what? We can't win them all. All right, so those are all placed. So that's me kind of loading up the deployment boxes for the next round. Okay, so that's all set. So now we're gonna go back over here to firing. So we have yellow is gonna be shooting. So yellow double stack, and they can hit tanks. That's not great. There is a tank in their firing line. That is not great. We have green is shooting. Both of them are shooting. Ugh, it's getting bad. It's getting bad already. And that's it. So they're hitting, thankfully they're hitting the wrong symbol. So I'm actually pretty happy about that. So I'm gonna go ahead and evaluate the attack now, and then I'll evaluate the west side. One thing that's important to note is that the west side and the east side, they're overlapping on red and brown. So red and brown can kind of hit both sides across this little division line here. That's important to note because sometimes if you have a unit just camping out over here, they can get hit by both sides. So you have to be careful about that. Okay, so attacking. So this unit is going to attack diamonds. There are no diamonds available for him to attack, therefore nobody takes a shot. He still shoots, but nobody takes a shot. So I'm happy about that. This set here is going to attack diamonds. Unfortunately, there is a diamond here. So this guy, this group will shoot a total of 3 times. They only hit 1 unit though. If there were 3 different units or 5 units, they would hit 3 of them. And there's a priority checklist that would go through. But for right now, this guy's going to take a hit. Now, when I am hit by an enemy unit, the most common thing that you'll see, this is the German fire table here. The German fire table is essentially, we check to see what kind of dot I'm in. Oh, actually, sorry, let me take a step back. Let me go evaluate these again. So the dot matters. These 2 are inside of steady fire dots. So the symbol doesn't match, so therefore they're not going to get hit. But if they were, and I'm going to bring up the normal chart because it displays it a little bit better. If the symbol matched, then they would get hit they would take the consequences of whatever's printed here in the box that I'll read out when it becomes relevant. But if they were inside of an intense fire spot, it wouldn't matter what their symbol is, they're getting hit regardless. So that's important to note because you see here that this tank and this unit here, this infantry unit, They are not currently in a steady fire spot. They're in what's it called? Sustained fire. This game has a lot of words. Steady fire. Yeah, they're in steady fire dots. They're not in intense fire dots. So as a result of that, they are not considered the correct symbol. So a symbol doesn't match. So therefore, they don't get hit. Now, this guy here, same concept. He doesn't match the right symbol. Also, he's a tank. This one could have hit a tank, but the symbol doesn't match, so therefore it doesn't actually hit the tank. And then going back over here for the green is just a single, so both of these guys are shooting because he can attack when the singles attack, he can attack when the singles attack. So 3 shots is what they're taking total, and they're hitting diamond, so he's a diamond, he matches unfortunately, therefore he gets hit. When a unit gets hit by when one of my allied units gets hit by German fire, what's going to happen is we look at this little chart here, and the fire was by an unrevealed reinforcement position. So, fired by W position or revealed reinforcement position? No. Fired by an unrevealed reinforcement position. Oh, actually, sorry, this first one does matter. I lied. Sorry. Fired by W position or revealed reinforcement position? No. Actually, one second. Boy, have I played that wrong. Well, I've been playing this game on hard mode. Yeah, no, this does matter. So they're fired by W in position or revealed reinforcement position. So this is a W in position, therefore they take the consequence here for a steady fire, which non-armored US units with the target symbol indicated on the fire card lose a step. So I just lose a step. Now, if I were fired at by one of these reinforcement guys back here, I would lose a step and become disrupted, which is a big deal. So that makes my game that means my game's gonna be a lot better because I've been playing this game on hard mode where every time I got hit, I just got disrupted because it wasn't revealed. I read that so wrong. Whew. Glad I went back and read it. Sometimes when you do a video, you learn things, you know? It's okay. We're only an hour in. I think we're making good progress here. All right. So all that goes along with to say that this guy gets shot. That's it. So he's the only one that gets shot. I feel pretty good about that. We got all of our actions intact. I am ready to rock and roll. Now we're gonna go ahead and clear mines. So again, yellow and green, they all shot. So any spot that has a yellow or green dot is not eligible for me to clear mines. So therefore, I'm gonna go ahead and try to clear mines over here. I get to clear up to 2. So I will clear these 2. I actually need to know if brown is shooting. So I need to draw on the next card. Brown is shooting, so therefore I could not clear this spot. All right, that's good to know. Okay, so I cleared these 2 spots. On the back of these clear arrows, or clear markers, there are arrows. So if you want to just have your board have the arrows pointing. So if I clear like multiple mines, this is considered all 3 of these are cleared. That way I can kind of save you a little bit of space with the chits and tokens, but I'm just going to keep those like that on this side since they're just side by side right now. Not that big of a deal. Okay, so this side is all done. We've done our engineering move where we cleared mines. Now we're going to move over to the west side. And on the west side, let's see what they got. I drew their card already because I needed to see if brown was shooting, and it was shooting, unfortunately. So that means I could not clear this spot, which I really wanted to clear. I try to clear like these super high intensity fire spots early if I can, because it's very common for this one to shoot and the green to shoot. But, you know, really depends on what cards show up. So for here, we have the attacks here. So red is attacking, blue is attacking, and brown is attacking. So red 2 is attacking, blue 2 is attacking. This is a blue 2. That's unfortunate. And then brown single is attacking. So both of these guys are shooting. Okay, so that's all done. They're hitting triangle. Oh, not triangle. That's the worst symbol for you to hit. Nobody's hitting any tanks. They are able to hit special units. Special units are things like heroes or generals or HQs. They can get shot. That's only when the star shows up on the symbol and they're currently in the firing line. Otherwise, they don't get shot. So in this case, my tank is going to get shot at, but there is no anti-tank symbol. So therefore, my tank is fine. Nothing happens to him. He's a triangle though. For this guy, he's not as lucky. He's going to get hit by one of these shots. Oh, I lied. He's going to get hit by one of these shots. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. Sorry. This tank super does not get shot. It's on a brown spot. It is not going to get hit though. This guy's going to get hit though, which is unfortunate. Loses a step. Moving on to over here for red. Red is hitting nobody. Great, I like that. And then finally, over here for blue, blue can shoot up to 2 different units, and there are currently 2 different units in its firing line. Of these 2 units, though, only one matches the symbol, which is my Rangers, the ones I want to keep alive. So they're going to take a hit. And the other guys are not going to take a hit because they don't match the symbol. So that's it. All settled. So now we're done with that. We're going to go ahead and go to our action phase, and we finally have an action phase that we can do something in. Woo! All right. So for action phases, for the US action phases, there are a lot of different things I can do. The most important one that you'll note is I only have 2 actions. I got all these units, I got 2 actions. How in the world am I going to be able to move people? Well, that's a great question, because there are a number of free actions that can happen in this game. One of those free actions comes from heroes and HQs, or headquarters. Those will come later, generals as well. But another big major action that's really important is that all infantry units get what's called a self-preservation move. A self-preservation move counts as a free action. It still counts as the action for the unit, but self-preservation means as long as my unit is running from a sand spot or from a beach spot to another beach spot towards cover, then they can get a free move. Now, the main caveat, from my understanding, is that if I run this guy from here to there this round and then move him from here to here on the next round, I don't think that counts because he's moving laterally. He's not moving closer to cover. He's already at cover. So therefore, I do need to spend action later on to get him kind of move on down the beach. But those are important actions because it allows me to kind of run my people through the beach and kind of storm the beach. Now for my tanks and attacks and stuff, those I have to use my normal actions for. And then other vehicles that can show up, my anti-aircraft guns and all that stuff. But for right now, just know that all of my infantry units can essentially run forward for free, as long as they're moving towards cover. And cover is considered any of these little cover things, because this is what is this called? This is a shingle. This is a little seawall shingle here. This is a climbable cliff, a scalable cliff here. This little gray line there. This little dash line is a bluff, and then this one over here is a non-scalable cliff. So there's a lot of symbology here in the board. It's really hard to see when you're kind of zoomed out, but just know it's there. These are things to consider when you're playing the game. These are things that definitely tripped me out when I was first learning to play the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do my self-preservation moves first. And I have these little X's here. I know the X's probably mean something's dead, but I'm using that to show that this unit has activated so I can keep track of it for myself. You do not have to use this yourself. I just use it for me so I can make sure that I'm, 1, being honest, and 2, even if I decide to undo a thing, I don't like mess up what I'm trying to undo. For my tanks I can decide to do what's called a barrage attack. Barrage attacks are very important. They allow me to essentially have a chance to disable temporarily one of the firing spots. And that's important because it allows me to, it allows me to make it a little bit safer for my troops to run forward. Also, sorry, I gotta go back to the west side because I forgot to do the clearing the beach side. So 2 is what I get. Yellow did not fire, red fired, and brown fired though, so I can't do anything over here. And blue fired, so I don't think I can clear anything right now. Yeah, red fired, blue fired, yeah, that's unfortunate. They covered the entire beach, so I can't clear anything, so there's no clearing that's gonna happen anyway. That's unfortunate. Okay, back over here to the action. So we're taking our 2 actions, we got our 2 little thumbs ready to go. I want to try to barrage first, and then I'll try to run my guys in, because I want to try to barrage this spot, because that's going to be one of the bigger ones to do. So I want to do a barrage attack. I'm declaring a barrage attack from this tank. I'll put a giant thumb on him, so I can say, hey, this is where I took my action from. I'm choosing this tank. Now, when you do a barrage attack, there's a few things you got to check. First, you have to check to see, can your vehicle actually reach the thing? So the range of my tank here is 5. So my strength is 4, my range is 5. That's what the 4-5 here means. So range 5, strength 4. You see here the range on this tank is 5, but the strength is 2 because they got hit, they got knocked down a step, which is not great for them, but that's an important thing to note. So my tank is at a reasonable strength, and that's going to be important because when I do an attack, a barrage attack, if I can find the original sheet. Here we go. When I do a barrage attack, and we'll zoom in a little bit cozy-like. When I do a barrage attack, I'll look at this attack chart. Actually, not this one. This barrage chart down here. And this barrage chart will tell me a few pieces of information. The main piece of information this will tell me is, depending on my strength, if I actually get the hit that I want. So, I'm using my stronger tank to attack because that makes more sense. And I'm attacking this guy here. Oh, I can remove all these because they're all... I use that, like I said, to keep track of where I can clear my mines, who's attacking and where. But continuing on, we're attacking with this tank. Now, I'm doing a barrage attack with this this spot here. So first, I need to make sure I'm in range. I have a range of 5. I'm in range. 2, I have to make sure that I'm in the firing line of this location. So this is a green. This is a green nest. This is a green spot that I'm in, so I'm currently in the firing line. I can only shoot at the green one. If I were over here, I could shoot at the yellow one or the green one, assuming I could reach in range, or assuming I was in range. And that's important to note because if you look up here, you see that these little reinforced locations here, they have their own little set of dots. These set of dots are not to be confused with the dots that are on the beach. That means that in order to be in range of this red spot, I have to be here or here, where you can't really see me pointing, or anywhere adjacent to it. But if I were way here on the beach, I would not have range of them because I don't have line of sight or whatever the game calls it. So that's important to know. Okay, I'm doing a barrage attack. I am a tank. I'm in range. I have 4 strength. So I'm going to be using this section of the chart here, determining if I actually get a hit or not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the cards. So I'm going to take the deck here, and I'm going to put my best luck in it. I'm going to draw the top card. And we're going to check a few things. First thing we're going to check is we're going to check to see, does the symbol match my vehicle? And the answer is yes, it does. Then we're going to check, does the color, any of the colors, it doesn't matter if it's a double or single, do any of the colors here match the thing I'm attacking? If the answer is no, then that means one thing. If the answer is yes, it means something else. So with this card, this is my attack card. And we know that it matches my symbol, but it does not match my color. So therefore, we look at our lookup chart here, our barrage chart, and it says that the barrage unit's target symbol only. That's the thing that matches. So we go over here to our strength is 4, so 3 to 5. So German units with no depth markers are disrupted. Units with depth markers are unaffected. So this unit has a depth marker, they're unaffected. If I got the color and the symbol though, they would be disrupted, which means that I wouldn't have to worry about them until they shoot again, which would have been great, but that's not how my cards played out. So that is that action committed. Each unit can only do 1 action total, whether it's a free action or a non-free action. So because I did this action with the tank, they're done, they're stuck there. I think I want to try to do another barrage attack, but I don't know if I should. I feel like I have... No, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do another barrage attack, why not? I'm gonna do another barrage attack on the same spot. I'm gonna use the weaker tank, and we're gonna draw the top card. I need a symbol and a color match, otherwise nothing happens. Oh, no, sorry. Okay, so we got neither symbol nor color match, so therefore my second action is done. So I've used both of my actions to do a barrage, and both were unsuccessful. That's very unfortunate. But now I can do my self-preservation moves. So with my self-preservation moves, that allows me to, like I said, run people up the beach for free, as long as they're moving towards cover, even if they're moving to the line of fire. I wanted to do my barrage attacks first because it was going to help inform me where I was going to run. Honestly, I was going to run the same location with this guy, so he's going to run right in there. You'll notice that he's getting into intense fires and steady fires sections there, so he's probably not going to be long for this world. Hopefully his symbol doesn't match. Actually, hopefully green doesn't pop off there. Then next, so we mark him off as he's done. Again, the X's I know probably means death, but here it means that they've acted. These guys, I'm going to run this guy up this way. I'm going to go ahead and move this guy up this way. I'm gonna move. Oh man, I don't want to move him into the line of fire, but I gotta get him moving. I'm gonna regrettably run here. I feel like I'm putting him into the meat grinder. Storming the beach, y'all. I'm storming the beach. For this guy, we're gonna have him run. See, we're gonna have this guy run first. He's gonna run there, and then finally, we're gonna have this guy. He's gonna run where that other guy was. Okay, cool. All right, we're done. So we're done with the east side. The east side is all finished. I'm going to remove all these markers so I can use them on the other side. And we're moving over to the west side. Now the west side, we've already evaluated their attacks. Did we evaluate their attacks? Yes, we've already evaluated their damages. We already checked to see if we can clear the beach. So now we get to do our US actions. So we're going to see... I want to try to barrage again, and I really want to cover my guys that are over here. So if I can get that red to be, less less prevalent, that would be great for our running distance. I also kind of want to worry about the brown side here, because he's about to run into some fire. I also the ranger unit, I can move them for free, so I'm just gonna go ahead and move them. I'm gonna try to walk around the side. They might die, but I hope they don't. Rangers, all their actions are free actions, just to clarify. Whether they're attacking, they're moving, or whatever. Also attacking, you have to be adjacent to a unit to attack. Barrage attacks are slightly different, and there's some other forms of attacks that are a little bit more ranged, but just know that for all attacks, unless it says otherwise, they are melee attacks, as in have to be adjacent to the hex. So that's why I'm not just like shooting my gun at the tower there. All right, continue over here on the west side. I think I'm gonna have this tank barrage. Okay, I'm gonna have this tank first barrage yellow. So we're gonna try to barrage yellow. We need a diamond and a yellow for anything to happen. We got neither. All right, well, that's a wasted action. And then finally, we're gonna have this one barrage that guy. We need a triangle and a brown for anything to happen. We got a diamond and yeah, we got nothing. All right, well, 2 actions, well wasted. They're not wasted, but you know, just trying to roll the dice here. Self-preservation moves. We're gonna have this guy. He's gonna run. He's running to death anyway, so he's gonna go ahead and run on in, running up that hill. And this guy, we're gonna have him run into death as well. Yeah, we'll have him go this way. I mean, he's gonna get shot more over here. Well, a little bit less over here, so we're gonna have him run that way. And he's gonna hopefully get up there and start disrupting stuff. So we're all done here on the west side. Everything's all finished. We can remove our thumbs, remove our little X, and we've moved all of our fellas here on the beach. The blue and the gray, they're all done. All right, so now we're done. We're gonna go ahead and do what we did before. We're going to clear up our cards, and we're gonna move on to round 3. As you can see, this game is very procedural. It's not complicated. It's just, there's a lot of small rules and small things. It's with just about any war game, to be honest. All right, so for here, for landing, we got this card and this card. So these are our 2 landing cards. I'll go ahead and bring this one down here for the east. Oh, that's the wrong button. There we go. I'll get my buttons correct here soon. Okay, so we have diamond A. We have no diamonds, just triangles. So we got triangle C. Hopefully triangle C is nothing bad. Fingers crossed. We're in round 3 here. So round 3, I'm gonna say triangle C. So triangle C for tanks is no, we lose a step. Curses. All right, we lost a step. It's gonna go in there. And then we're gonna have circle B. Circle B is going to drift 1 to the left. Okay, I'm okay with that. All right, so that's all done with them. And then we're gonna bring in their guys for the next round. So we have FG4. We have FG5. And we have ER2. All right, got some reinforcements coming in. Now on the west side, for these guys, they're going to be just the triangles, all we care about. So triangle A, what is triangle A? Triangle A is nothing. Sweet, we get a tank on the ground. And they're gonna load up with their people. So EG3, DW3, DG2, and DR1. Okay, so they're all set. And now we move on to the events. Let's see what event we get this time around. Hopefully it's nothing bad. But you know what, now I said it out loud, it's probably gonna be something bad. So our events, there we go. Our event is gonna be German reinforcements, of course. German reinforcements in zones C and G. I'm not gonna move the camera for that. I'll just put it on the board because who cares? I care, but still. C and G, where's G1? There it is. All right, got those set. So C and G, those are set. That was our events, and now we're going to draw our cards, our big cards here for the attack. So this is the east, this is the west. We don't have artillery yet, which is great, but yeah, I'm not looking forward to artillery showing up. Artillery will attack units that are in the landing boxes. That's not great. But now that we got our cards here, let's go ahead and bring this over and evaluate. So, for the landing boxes here, oh, not landing boxes, sorry, for the attack, who's attacking? So red is attacking. That's why I wanted to disable them previously, but you know what? You can't win them all. I'm always gonna have commentary about it. And it's only the double stack. Whew, man, that guy's getting shot. Ugh. And they're getting shot twice. No. Well, both those guys are getting shot, I should say. Next, we're gonna have purple is going to attack as purple single, and they're hitting tanks. Ugh, I don't like that either. Oh, that's not purple, that's yellow. Haha. There's no tanks over there. And brown is attacking. Brown is not over here. So we are all done for the side. So let's evaluate these hits. They're hitting circle. Again, important to note that this is who they're hitting. They're not hitting everybody. They're hitting only the symbol that matches. So starting off with the red guy, he's an intense fire anyway, so he would get shot regardless. So he's going to take a hit. He is not an intense fire. He's in steady fire, so he's fine. We're done checking for red. Now we're going to go over here to purple. Purple is hitting only circles. This is a circle, and he's intense fire anyway, so he's going to get hit. And let me see intense fire, make sure I'm not doing that wrong. Lots of charts here. Yeah, it just loses a step. Okay. So he's fine. That's it. Sorry. Well, he takes a hit. He does not get disrupted. Disruption is not great. Disruption basically means you can't do anything. You're just stuck there for a whole turn. And let me tell you, I've had a lot of disruptions here when I play this game because I played it wrong. Okay, so that's all done evaluating the attacks. Now I can try to clear mines. So yellow, green, and blue did not attack. So I can get some good clearage here, some good clearing coverage here. Red attacked. So we're gonna do these two. Actually, I want to do these two. Okay, so we're done clearing. We're done doing all the things we need to do. We've loaded the beach here for round 3 peoples, and we'll move on to the west side. So for the west side, their card is going to attack with. They're going to attack with red. Oh, they have no red. Oh, they do. I lied. Red 2, purple 2, and brown. Brown 1, so they're both attacking. Okay, so they're both shooting at us. They're shooting at triangles. Oh my god, they're taking out my guy, my ranger. He only... just leave him alone. Leave him alone. Alright, well, this guy's an intense fire, so he's going to take a hit. Regardless, this guy is a triangle, so it was my first elimination, my first troop loss. It's going to be my ranger, my most important guy. That's not great. 7 more of those and the game's over immediately. So I don't want that to happen. 7 more on each side, so each side can hold, can have 14 casualties before the game's over. If you get a 15th, essentially the game's over. Collectively. Or if you get 8 by yourself, then the game's over. Alright, so those are the 2 shots that he was shooting. Red is shooting at nobody. Red is shooting at this guy, but he's already been hit once. So nothing's happening there, so that's all evaluated. Oh, actually, sorry, red wouldn't hit him anyway because he's triangle, so it doesn't matter. He only got hit because he's in intense fire from purple, and purple is shooting, therefore his symbol matched. Going back over here for triangles, I gotta remember triangles here. Brown, he's in intense fire, so he's gonna get hit. This is our next person who's close to casualty. What is that? F2, 116. Not looking good. Not looking good. So that's shot 1. They are not hitting tanks, so he's fine. And that's it. No more evaluations. Alright, so we're all done shooting. Now we get to see if we clear mines. We can clear these 2 mines. Nope, this mine. Because there's a purple there. So we can clear that mine. And we can we do one more? Red shot, yellow didn't shoot. Brown shot. Man, that's unfortunate. I really need to get that guy disabled. I can't believe I lost my ranger though. That was my free action move. I was gonna try to sneak up there and do some stuff, but he got taken out. He got taken out. He got cleared. Had the right symbol and everything. Okay, so that's all done. So now we're done with that. We're gonna go into our action phase. We have our first casualty of war here. Besides tanks, we lost a lot of tanks, 5 tanks already. But we're gonna go into our actions. I really want to get disruptions here. I also need to start getting my tanks moving. I got 4 tanks on the beach back here, and some of these are in spots to where they could stack up and have a target on their back. So I don't want them to get caught up. So what I want to do is I want to first shoot at the green spot because that's the most dangerous spot for this location here, and maybe shoot at the blue spot too. So we're gonna have this tank shoot at the green spot. We're gonna try to take out that double spot first. We're going to draw a card. We're declaring a barrage. And oh, heck yeah. Oh, heck no. Sorry, it's a color matches. So let me see. What is it? Where our strength is 4. We're doing a barrage. So the color matches. Okay, so they're disrupted. Okay, cool. Perfect. All right. The color does match. So green matches. They're disrupted. We do get a disruption. Our first disruption. Now what disruption means is that this particular location is basically disabled. The next time they would attack, the disruption goes away. So the disruption stays there forever until they shoot again. So that's great. Okay. All right, that helps out my tanks a little bit. Then we're gonna have this guy. We're gonna try to shoot the blue. It should be somewhat easier, but doesn't mean it's gonna be easy to shoot that. And then I gotta try to get some movements going right here. We're gonna barrage the blue. This guy is 5 away. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you can reach. So a circle, and that one is a blue. Neither, so therefore nothing. All right, bunch of nothing. Okay, so that's all done. Now self-preservation kicks in. So our troops, like I said, these guys, they're not gonna get any self-preservation moves because they're not moving towards cover. They're currently in cover. This guy can move forward 1. And I think all these spots are bad. But I think we're going to have him move forward here to get out of range. So self-preservation, he's preserved himself, themselves. It's a group of people. These guys, they're going to run forward. They're going to self-preservation. This one is going to move forward in self-preservation this way. Hopefully get out of cover or get out of fire there. This guy is going to run into the line of fire. Alright, so we're all done for all the moves that we had that were available. We're going to clear out the X's and clear out our thumbs. All done. Over to the west side. For the west side, we want to try to do a similar thing if we can help it. We want to get the best chance possible for our guys to not die. This guy is in danger. He's 1 more hit from being taken out. I'm going to go ahead and fire this tank. Let's see. Oof. I'm going to fire this tank at the brown there. So we need triangle brown. Triangle brown is what we're looking for. We got triangle, but not brown. So therefore, I don't think we get anything. Our strength is 5 or 4. But I think if the symbol matches, we get nothing because they have a death marker. So we get nothing. All right, that was action 1. I can't even Hail Mary it with that guy. We are going to have this guy shoot at purple. Or we can have him move forward. No, I don't want to do that. We're going to have him shoot at purple. We're going to have to move forward eventually because the tide's going to come up in, like 4 turns, so we're good. I mean, we're not, well, actually, no, hold on. Because if this guy lands here, that's going to be not great. So I kind of do want to move him. I'm going to move this tank instead of shooting. We're going to move our tank forward to there, hopefully get a better position. And it's going to be an intense fire spot, which is not great, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if armor gets affected by intense fire. Yeah, any unit that's in a spot of intense fire will just lose a step. It doesn't matter if they're armored or not. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Glad I checked. Glad I checked. Okay, so now we got all that done. Self-preservation. This guy is going to go running on in. So he's there. I'm not going to put the markers on him because there's only 2 guys. And this guy, we're going to have him run towards this one because that's less fire for him to deal with. We gotta climb a wall, which I don't like. So actually, hold on. We can either climb this wall, which is going to take me 3 turns to do, or we can go over here and prepare to do some attacks back on this location. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll run up here. It's riskier, but hopefully the reward is going to be better. All right, so we're all done. All of our actions are done. All of our guys have moved. Self-preservation, we've preserved. We're all done. We're going to go back up to the top, clear out our cards, and we will start our next round. So this round, we go, artillery is now active. So we're going to flip over both of these artillery markers, and we get to know what they are now. So we got 2 105s over here, and that means we have 2 88s over there. That is true. We have 2 105s and 2 88s. That's not going to be great for some other stuff, but let's go ahead and get moving on to our landing phase. So we're going to draw both cards. Landing, landing, and we're going to do the east side as we did before. So for landing, we are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. For landing on this one, we are, let me change our music here. Here we go. Good old Lotus. Okay, so for landing, we are on round 4, so we're on the next side of our chart here. So 4 through 14, we are using this side of the chart. So let's see how we fare. So a diamond, which we currently have a. This is an others. So A diamonds, we have other, which is what this is. Let me double check. Yeah, that's an I think it's an anti-air. Delayed 3 turns. Oh, come on. All right, well, this is delayed 3 turns. Boo. So it's going to be coming in round 7. Ugh, it's going to be so gross. All right, I'm not happy about that. So that happened. What's happening next? So triangle B. So triangle B, we got an infantry unit, and let's do one at a time. Triangle B. He's going to move 1 to the left. Okay, okay with that. And then circle A. Circle A is nothing, but if it's a ranger, I can choose to move 4 to the left. So he does not move, but that's not great because it puts focus on our guys here. Puts focus on our boys. Like so. So they're going to be a target. That's all done. So now we go over to our west side. And on the west side, we have Diamond A. Let's see, Diamond A. Oh, sorry, I need to figure out what unit. So we have anti-air, Diamond A. I think that's delayed by 3 turns. So this is delayed by 3 turns, just like the other guy. All right, Diamond A for a infantry unit. This is a ranger. I don't think this is a ranger, but I think rangers have the filled in bottom triangle. Let me check. Yeah, rangers have the filled in bottom. Like this guy who died, unfortunately. All right, sorry, going back, where are we? We're on a Diamond A. For them, nothing, so they just drop on the beach. Triangle C. Triangle C for a others is going to be losing a step. So it loses a step but comes onto the beach. And then finally circle B. Circle B is move 1 to the left. Hey, I'm glad to move that guy. Glad to move that tank out of the way. Alright, so that's all done For those, let's check our events. So our events is going to be whatever this card is. And our event is going to be add a death marker to one German. Wait, can I get something beneficial for me, please? Add a death marker to a German unit. So when you do one of these, this is in each sector. No, just to one German unit. So when you add a death marker to a German unit, you choose anybody who's in the nest first, and you choose the closest to an enemy, starting with people who have one or who don't have a death marker. So right now the current qualifiers are this guy and this guy. These are our two qualifiers. I think I'm gonna go for blue because it has a chance of not causing me too... Well, it's going to cause me problems anyway, but maybe it won't cause me as many problems. We'll see. So we're going to add a death marker to the blue one. Oh, wait, no, he's not close enough. It has to be that guy or that guy. Just pointed that out. Is there anybody else? Oh, it can be this guy over here on the west. It can be this guy over here in our death corner. Do I want to do that? I don't think I want to do that. All right, you know what? I'm gonna put on purple. There we go. That's just as valid of a target as ever. That's gonna be so hard to break. I don't know why I did that. I feel like I'm gonna regret that later. This corner of the beach is now like murder corner. Death happens here. Yeah, I made some bad decisions, didn't I? Oh, sorry. Speaking of bad decisions, sorry, I forgot to fill the beach up with people. Sorry, we gotta put our people on the beach in the boxes. So DW2, that goes here for round 4. This one's a DG1. DG3, man, they're getting a lot of people. DG3. EG2. And DR2. And for the other side of the beach, they're getting ER4 and FG4. Okay. All right, we got some work to do. Okay. I think we're finished with what we were doing over here, though. We added the death marker. Now we got to figure out our attacks. So looking at our attacks, we have East Sector, West Sector. No artillery, thank goodness. But still, we might have disaster here soon anyway. There's always disaster in war. There we go. So, up here we have blue is attacking. I'm glad I didn't put the double on blue. I told you it was going to happen. I didn't put the double on blue. That's why I didn't want to put the double on blue. Oh, I couldn't. But still, I'm glad I didn't. So nothing. Green is attacking, which is great. So when green attacks, what's going to happen is this guy's going to attack because it's a single. This guy would attack, but he's disrupted, so therefore it becomes undisrupted and does not attack otherwise. They're hitting tanks, but they only got one shot. I don't like it though. They're still hitting tanks, and I think they're going to attack the closest. Or they can, they're going to attack the most pips. I think they're going to try to go for the most damage, so they're going to hit this guy and not that guy, which is kind of convenient. Not great, but still kind of convenient. Ooh. Well, they're going to hit these guys. Because they're a priority target, aren't they? Ah, jeez. Alright, anyway. Who else is shooting? Blue is not shooting. Brown is shooting, but brown's not over here. So just green. Just that one green. And now you can see why disruptions are great. Because otherwise we have a lot more shots being shot at us. So only this guy is shooting. Therefore, we can do some more clearing of mines. I'm gonna go ahead and do my mine clear. Well, let me keep a proper order. This guy's gonna shoot, and his priority for shooting is if you need to select among units if you need to select from among units within one of these priorities, select the US unit closer to the firing position, then the unit with the most steps. Okay, so they're gonna hit this guy instead. That's not great. I want him to not take hits. Ah. Boo. Boo. Alright. E2, 16. Now, there's a lot of consequences associated with having people take hits. We haven't had to face them yet, but we will be facing them very soon. Especially since I'm going to try to attack, but it's going to be a failed attack. It's going to be so sad. Alright, that's it. So that's all they attacked. Now we get to clear mines. We are going to... Ah, shoot. So close. We're going to clear this one. Oh, wait. Brown did not attack. Okay, cool. So we're clearing this one for sure. So we got a nice little open area there. And then we're going to clear this one here. Alright. So we're done. They're all fired. And we can move on to the other side. So now we're going to see who's firing here on the west sector. We got... Let's see, we got yellow, purple, blue. So blue single, so he's shooting. I don't think there's anybody for him to shoot. Oh, there's a guy for him to shoot. That's not great. Oh, you know what? I didn't check symbols, did I? Ah, shoot, I did it again. Alright, hold on. Rewind. Rewind, go back. 1 second. This guy was shooting. This guy was shooting. He does not hit him. Oh, okay, undo. So he's still at 2. He's not at 1 now. But the reason why is because he's hitting triangles. Again, this is where I messed up when I was playing solo. I just kind of completely forgot about this symbol. So he's only hitting triangles, which means he can hit these guys or that guy. I think they're equidistant, are they? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so these are equidistant. He can hit either one. He's going to go for the one with the most steps. They're both on 3 steps. If a choice still remains, you choose which of these units gets hit. I don't want either to get hit, though. Oh, you know what? In hindsight... jeez. Both of these choices are gross. Oh, they can hit tanks. Hold on. They hit tanks in triangle, so it's actually between 1, 2, and 3. So they can hit the tank instead. I'm not offended if they hit the tank. I don't want them to kill the tank, but I'm not offended if they take out the tank. Like, but it's a tank though. Oh, there's 2 tanks they can take out. Okay, hold on. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they can take out either one. I think I kind of rather them hit one of the tanks and take them out, as opposed to take one of my or take a shot at my infantry, because my infantry is going to take a lot to get them, like, you know, down. So I want to have them take out this tank, which is the tank for my first wave, and that's that. Okay, I'm glad I went back and looked at that. Got to pay attention. Got to pay attention to details, y'all. Okay, so that is all done. So he's done shooting, and I did my mines and stuff. So going back over here, this guy is shooting at diamonds. So he's not hitting anybody because there's no diamonds he's aiming at. Who else is shooting? Purple and yellow. So yellow is shooting, both are shooting. And so is purple. So everybody's hitting diamonds. He's not in intense fire, so he's actually not getting hit by anybody. Oof, by the grace of goodness, he's not getting hit by nobody. So all these guys don't shoot anybody. Over here, I can't say the same. I think they're shooting both of these. Ah, boo! Alright, so they're hitting both my tank and my guy. And that's it. So they can hit up to 3 people. So they're hitting 1. Then this tank is dead. 2. It's not great. Alright, well, that's fine. Cool game you got there. Be a shame if somebody died. Also, to clarify, the reason why they were able to take out the tanks because they have the anti-tank symbol there. So if they didn't have that, then the tank would be fine. But you know, like I said, you can't win them all. All right, now we check to clear mines. I don't think I can clear any mines. Yeah, because this one shot. So all the blue spots, purple spots, and then yellow spots. Man. All right. Once again, I can't clear anything. All right. So no clearing on this side. This is going to be a very treacherous place to like land stuff. So that's going to be gross. Sigh. All right, so they're all done. Thank you for your patronage. Cool. So going back over to the U.S. action, starting on the big red one side with the big red thumbs. So big red thumbs, what are we gonna do? So we're no longer a focus priority because it doesn't matter. We need to get these guys taken out. Just like destroyed, murdered. Does it still count if I climb a cliff? Does that count as a preservation move? Let me see. Self-preservation? I'm gonna look up self-preservation here and see if cliff climbing counts. Does self-preservation not have a section? Huh. Well, here it is. An infantry unit conducting a self-preservation move. An infantry unit in a beach hex may conduct a self-preservation move as a free action, consisting of moving the unit from a beach hex it occupies to an adjacent beach hex that is closer to a protective hex side. If the destination hex is not a beach hex or is equidistant or further from a protective hex side, it says a. So that means technically I could self-preservation run this way with these guys. That's how I'm going to read that. Or further from a protective hex side, the move does not qualify as a self-preservation move. Shingles, seawalls, slope, bluffs, and scalable cliff hex sides are protective hex sides. Sheer cliffs are not. Okay. So this is a sheer cliff. Interesting. Okay, so he's running towards it, so he's not there. So he's still running towards the protective hex side, but all right. So these guys can move. This is a sheer cliff. These are scalable cliffs. I'm running towards it. Therefore, self-preservation move. There we go. All right, that works. All right, cool. All right, so these guys are all moved. Is what I was trying to say. Because I was trying to figure out how am I supposed to get them out of the corner. Like I know it's like peaceful over here, but we can't just hang out there, you know. All right. Anyway. All right, so they've moved. Who else is going? I can do an attack. I think I should do an attack. I also want to get my tanks moved up because we're getting to the point where I'm starting to feel nervous about not moving my tanks. So we got 2 attacks we can do. We got 2 tanks and 3 tanks. This tank is full health. Alright, so I'm going to self-preservation move this guy. He's going to run forward across the beach of Normandy. Sorry, we're at Omaha. We're not Normandy. Well, no, we're in Normandy. This is just Omaha Beach. Alright. Wait, is Normandy... Was that a beach? Or is all this is Normandy, right? I'm not going crazy, am I? Alright, anyway. Nobody's going to answer that. So that guy moved... Bluffs count as... Oh, but it has to be from a beach hex to a beach hex. I see. So he could self-preservation this way. It says it cannot be equidistant or further from a protective hex side. So that means that I can't be out here just moving sideways for free. But I think moving from here to here, I'm moving from one spot to another spot. This is another protective hex side. So to me, that counts. I'm playing as that counts, because otherwise it's going to be hard to move these guys. We're going to have this guy. He's going to move up. I don't know if I didn't move him last time, but he should have moved this time. Let's see, what else? I got a lot of self-preservation moves done. We're going to self-preservation move this guy. Well, before we do, I'm going to... How unfortunate. I'm going to move this tank up as one of my actions. And then I'm going to attack with this guy to that location. He's only a 4 strength. There's a very low chance of this working well for me. But my hope is that it works. Fingers are super crossed. All right, so we got our first attack. Now the way attacks work is essentially my unit that's attacking has to be, if it has no range, it has to be adjacent. He is. Also has to be in the firing line of the thing you're attacking. He is. He's in a steady fire location. And now I get to go to my attack chart. So, US attack results chart. So first thing I do is I reveal, and I'm going to zoom in close. First thing we do is we reveal the unit that we're attacking. So we're attacking for this guy for here. So we're spinning the action. So we're going to spin one of the thumbs. So I'm all done after all this is done because I can't. Well, he can self-preservation. Let me move him first. We're going to self-preservation move this guy. Both locations are not great. He's going to go over here for this assault. Sure. Okay. So he's over here now. So he's self-preservation moved. And now this guy's going to attack. Now when he attacks, first thing we do is we reveal. We're going to reveal the unit that we're attacking. And we check to see, do we have the right weapon? So we need a BG. So right now our unit has taken a hit. Now, one of the cool things about this game, cool and not cool things if you will, is that a unit that's at full health, I'm just going to bring this guy out here who's already dead. But this unit is at full health. Oh, actually, hold on. Oh no, yeah, sure. This unit is at full health, and when they're at full health, they're considered to have all the weapons. So you can look at it as like this is not just one unit. This is actually like a whole squad of people, and each one carries different weapons. So here, you see that a full strength infantry unit carries all 6 of these weapons, and then a tank will carry all these weapons. Now, when an infantry unit has taken hits, they only carry the weapons that are listed on their chit. So this guy right here, if he was alive, he has taken no hits, with air quotes, theoretically. So therefore, he has all 6 weapons. But in this case, this unit has taken a hit, and the way they represent that is that the unit's taken a hit, and the people who are carrying the bazooka, that guy who's carrying the bazooka is now dead, and the guy who's carrying the mortar is dead, and the person who's carrying the radio is dead, stuff like that. So in this case, we have a bazooka, we have a BG, we need a Browning gun, which I think is what BG stands for. Nope, BG is a Bangalore torpedo. So we have a Bangalore torpedo, and this enemy needs a Bangalore torpedo. So we're doing good so far. So now that we've done that, we're going to look over here and say, okay, does the weapon match? The answer is yes. And then we say, okay, US attack strength compared to the German defense strength. So we ask the question, is my attack strength double? The answer is yes, but if the unit and marker, sorry, my bad. The German unit has a unrevealed death marker. We need to check. We need to check again. So what we need to do is we need to reveal the death marker first, and then we need to do this double check. So we need to basically, our attack strength is double what they are. They're a 1, and we have they're a 1, we have a 4, so we're more than double. And then we say, okay, this unit does have an unrevealed death marker. We need to reveal that now. Now the death markers are going to give another weapon that we need to have usually, and some more stuff. And I do not have that weapon. That's a DE. So DE is demolitions. And again, my unit has been injured, so therefore he only has what's listed there. So he only has those 3. So I do not have demolitions. Therefore, the weapons do not match anymore. My attack strength is at least double. So they're at a 2, I'm at a 4. So it is at least double. And they have a revealed death marker. So now we have this situation to where either I can get a disruption and I can do an attrition. Attrition allows me to remove a death marker, but I take a hit on my unit. So basically just kind of run in, just like kind of, sacrifice myself to take out the guy. So in this case, I am going to do an attrition mainly because I kind of have some troops to follow him back up here in a second. It's not going to be great, and it's probably going to lead to another death, but it's going to make it easier to take out this guy. So we're going to get a disruption marker on him, and then we're going to take out the death marker by doing attrition. So this death marker is now removed from the game, and I'll put it over here in the pile of death markers, or the soon-to-be pile of death markers, hopefully. And then my unit is going to take a hit. They're going to go from 2 pips down to 1. So I need to find the E216, and they're probably going to die next turn, but every sacrifice matters. And now they only have a Browning gun or a BG, so they could if he's alive, he can just take him out next turn by himself, which would be pretty cool. Assuming that nothing else changes. Alright, so that's how attacking works. So that was my second action. Now, I can also attack together. So if my tank were here and I had not spent any actions, what I could do is I can do an attack together. And what I would do is I would say, okay, I'm declaring I'm attacking with this tank and this this troop. Now the way this works is that tanks and any other unit that's attacking with has to be in range. The tank is in range. There has to be a unit adjacent to it, and then we add the strength together. So this guy, instead of being a 2 by himself, he's now a 6. And then I also have the weapons that are on the tank as well as the weapons that are on the unit themselves when I attack this one. Again, as we established before, this guy could potentially take out the marker by himself. Fingers crossed. But we have to see if they survive first. So, it's kind of telling that war story here. Alright, so that's all it's done. I'm not going to move this guy. He's going to stay exactly where he's at. No self-preservation to move to a different corner. I like him where he's at. I'm going to try to probably attack with him next. We'll see if that works out for us. But we're all done here for this side of the beach. Lots of exciting things happened. We got a nice little attack going on. And we go over to the west side. Now on the west side, we got our actions. We're not really... Well, we could do our attack here. And I think that's what we want to do. We want to try to do the same thing we did before. So we got a few different pieces here on the board. Not a ton, but a few different pieces on the board. I think I want to try to go for this attack first. One thing to note is that when you barrage, you can barrage multiple times from different units. So if you barrage and the first barrage is unsuccessful from a tank or whatever unit can barrage from, then you can barrage again from somebody else. But if you attack somebody, you cannot attack first and then barrage. And if you barrage, you cannot also attack. Because the idea is that, the barrage is going on and units can't really run in there to attack. So that goes a long way to say that if I do attack this unit, I cannot also barrage them at the same time. And if I do barrage them, then I'm not allowed to attack them as well. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a normal attack on them though, with this guy. And I'm going to, fingers crossed, hope for the best. Again, this guy's he's taking a hit. He doesn't have all the weapons, and we're hopeful. We're hopeful we can make something work for this. So first thing we do is we reveal the marker. So first let's commit the attack. Reveal the marker. And it is a BR1. So BR1, we do not have a BR. That's unfortunate. So we do not have a BR, which I think is what's a BR? BR is a Browning automatic rifle. Yeah, our Browning automatic riflemen died when they got shot. So we go back to our attack chart and we check that still. Our weapon does not match, but our attack strength is at least double. And there is an unrevealed marker, so therefore we just get a disruption. So I'll take it. Disruption is disruption. I mean, it's not the greatest thing, but it's like a guaranteed barrage at that point. So I just want to try to use the strength that I have when I have it. Alright, so that guy's moved. This unit is an anti-aircraft gun. It is not very useful right now, but it is something to shoot at for the enemy, I guess. They do have MG and BR. Ooh. They have BR. They have a Brown. Oh. They're too far away, though. They are a little bit too far away for me to attack in unison. But I could start walking them over there. I mean, they get blown up before I get over there, but that's an idea. Tanks. I think tanks also have BRs. Let's see. A tank does have a BR. Okay. All right, good to know. So I can move my tank in there to give backup. I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and move my tank up as my second action. Actually, before I do, I want this guy to do something. So we're gonna have this guy climb. So this is what we're facing here. This little design, this little symbol here is a shingle, and shingles require me to climb. So when I need to climb, let's go back to our chart. There's one in here somewhere. Yeah, so shingles. Oh. Huh. So a bluff. Wait, can I not climb up shingles? I thought I can climb up shingles. Shingles are scalable, right? All right, let me get the rulebook. I think shingles are scalable. I need to double check. So here's the rule book, and we are looking at, so seawall, hedges, bow cage, slope hexside, bluff, scalable cliff, sheer. Am I blind? I don't see it. Huh. It's called a shingle, right? Oh, there it is. Sorry, shingle hexside. Jeez. All right, so shingle hexside, it says it's a terrain, U.S. infantry movement says yes. So it does not require a climb action. I can just walk up it. Okay, perfect. So shingles are there. So that means I can just walk up it. All right. So I was trying to see if I needed to spend a climb action. I do not. So this guy can just walk up there, and I'll be fine. Okay, so that's his self-preservation move. He's going to get closer. I'm going to try to tackle with him next turn. It's going to go horribly. I got a BR. I don't know if I can. I don't know. It's going to be horrible. He's going to get disrupted or something. Okay, so that's his self-preservation move. I got one more attack left in me. I've already disrupted that guy. I can try to disrupt the other guy, the other purple, with the tank. Nah, you know what? I'm going to move the tank up. My second action is I'm going to move the tank up out of line of fire, kind of get him over here. So I can still shoot at all these guys, and it's a little bit light fire on me. So we're in a reasonable spot and kind of make some landing space. This tank I need to move up. I should have moved him too, but I think this was a better move for me overall. And then this guy's self-preservation move, he's going to go running into the line of fire. We're going to go this way. And I think that's it. No more soldiers, no more infantry on here, so we'll move that, remove that, remove that. And we are done. We are done. Okay. So, we're done with that. We're done with everything else there. We're going to go back up to the top of the board here, like we did before. And we are going to go ahead and clear our cards. And we're going to move up to round 5. Making good time here. All right. So for this next round, we're going to go ahead and draw our 2 cards here for landing. And I'm also going to draw our events. Not that I'm going to look at it. Actually, I probably shouldn't do that. So I'm going to put this face down. There we go. And let's look at our first landing here for the east side. For the east side boys. So for the east side, we have a diamond. This is all we have? Man, we're getting nothing. That's a bunch of nothing. That's sad. Did I move these guys? Pretty sure I did. Last turn. Okay, so we have C diamond. So C diamond is going to be turn 4 through 14. C diamond for infantry is going to move 4 to the left. Okay. And A circle. So A circle for this turn is going to be nothing. So we're all landed. That is not a huge stack there, so we're all good. No attention being attracted. Next card for the west side. Oh, wait, before we do, let's bring out our units. Hold on, don't get ahead of myself. We got 1 unit coming next turn, and it's artillery. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I can put in any FG spot. I don't like any of these FG spots. There's only 1 safe spot for it to go. That's not, actually it doesn't matter, but I guess we're gonna put it over here, FG4. Yeah, FG4, that seems fine. Okay, let's move over to the other side. Other side, we have for our fellas here, we have B diamond. So diamonds, we have, these are all infantry units, no special rangers. So B diamond B diamond is going to be 1 to the left. That's not great. It's a focus. Then B diamond. Okay. What's next? A triangle. It's gonna be nothing. So A triangle is gonna land. And then finally, we have A circle. A circle for infantry is also nothing. So we get to finally land. The water's calming down. Okay, so that's all done. And we're gonna load up on troops. We got a lot of troops coming here next turn. We got a general coming as well, and a headquarters, heck yeah. So we got DR, we can do any DR. I think I want to try to continue this little run I have here. So we're gonna put a DR1. We got DW for artillery. We're gonna put DW, all these spots are not great. We're gonna put DW over here. DW3, hopefully it lands. We got our headquarters, DW, DW1. We got our general, DW. We're gonna put it at DW2. We're gonna have some nice little movement over here. Headquarters are great. Actually, I'm gonna split these two. Headquarters and generals are great because they give everybody free actions that are around them. They're commanding them, and that's actually really strong for us to have. And then finally, we get this, which is another special forces units, a ranger, if you will. We'll put him over here. We'll try to get him in there so he can do something. Okay, whew. we got a interesting round for the west side. East side, not so much. Speaking of not so much, let's go ahead and look at the top up here. And we got our event card. Our event card is going to say smoke. We got smoke, finally. All right, smoke obscures the beach. No fire from WN 60 and 61. Heck yeah, I love it. I love it when there's smoke. 60 and 61. So if I bring the camera over here, 60 and 61 will not shoot because there's smoke on the battlefield. So we're gonna have a nice little run up there. Woo! Finally, something good for us. All right, speaking of something good for us, let's talk about how we're going to get attacked. And then the Fire Nation attacked. And by that I mean Germany. All right, so here and here, these are two fires. No artillery, so artillery has not popped off. I feel like now that I said it out loud, it's probably going to pop off here. But no artillery here, so I'm basking in the favorability of that not happening so far. You know, not counting my ducks before they hatch. Not count my chickens before they hatch, I guess. That's what I meant to say. Continuing on, we have for the east side. Whoops. For the east side, we have this is not attacking. Red is attacking, and blue is attacking. So red and blue are attacking, and they're hitting circles. Ooh, that's a circle guy. Oh, that's an intense fire guy. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Let's see. He's not intense fire, but he is a circle, so he's gonna get shot. He is not. Okay, so we're gonna evaluate. We're gonna do our mines here in a second, but we're gonna evaluate though. I'm glad we got the smoke over here though. It's worked out for us. Helped us keep this area clear. We're gonna try to, bum rush that area. See if we can take him out. Let's see. So circle. So he's getting hit. So he goes down, which is gonna be not great for us to try to take him out. Take out this gun here. This is gonna be E2 116. Brave soldier, that guy. And then he's also taking a hit because they can hit up to 3. And he's an intense fire, so it doesn't matter what his symbol is. He's gonna take a hit. Okay. And then over here, I think these guys will take a hit because their symbol matches, is considered matching. Because there's intense fire, and they can hit a third person. So they're gonna take a hit over here, all the way from downtown. That's not great. So they're no longer focused though. And this guy's already taken a hit. I'll put a little thing to remind me that he's taken a hit. Just in case. Okay. So that's all that's going to take a hit over there. Over here, he is a circle, so he's going to take a hit. And he can only shoot one guy anyway, so that's fine. Okay, so my guy survives. He'll be able to take out that thing. Oh man, I'm so happy about that. I'm so happy about that. Makes me feel so good. Okay, all right. So that's done for the east side. Over to the west side. For the west side, we have this card is dictating what's happening. We have. Oh, sorry, I forgot to clear mines. Hold on, we'll go back. I get to clear mines. We're gonna clear. We're gonna clear here and there. So we got this whole section cleared now. Okay. All right. Okay, now we go back over here. So over here, who's firing? We have yellow is shooting. The double stack is shooting. Red is shooting, and it can hit tanks. And green is single shooting, and they're hitting diamonds. So I don't think I have any diamond tanks, which is good. So nothing's happening. Let me evaluate one by one. So for green, diamond, he is not a diamond. Is not a diamond. Is not a diamond. Is a diamond. And is hit. Unfortunate. Is also not a diamond under him. Alright, so we're all good. That's all evaluated. Oh, he's down here. He's not a diamond though. He's a circle. Okay. Red. Red is able to hit tanks. Is hitting diamonds. So does not get hit because it can only get hit once. Oh, actually, hold on. Did I do too many hits? 1 second. No, I didn't. Only one guy got shot by this guy. He can only shoot one person. Okay, glad. I checked everybody though. All right, for this one, he can only attack diamonds. He's already been shot, so he cannot get another hit on him. Nothing else. And the way I like to think of it is after somebody gets shot, you know, they drop to the ground, and then, you know, the bullets go over them after somebody takes a casualty or two. So this one doesn't do anything, but still will shoot. And then finally, yellow, just the yellow double stack will shoot. Is hitting diamonds, so does hit this guy, and does not hit this guy, does not hit this guy. Perfect. All right, so this one does get shot though. So we got H2. H2 116. Okay. Done. All right. And that is everybody that shot. Now, can I clear any mines? I should be able to clear over here. So I can do here, here. Nope, just here. So let's clear that spot. I can do one more. Red and yellow shot. Brown did not shoot. But red over there did shoot, so no more mine clearing. Lots of intensity here. Yeah, green reached over here. All right, so we're all done. And we move forward. So we go on to our normal actions here. So we got smoke over here, so we feel very, very grateful for the smoke. It will clear after this turn, but it was nice that they didn't shoot. So now we're going to take advantage of that. We could not climb this wall. We can climb this one, though. I don't want to do that. I want to do attacks. So I know I'm going to kill this guy if I attack him, because I have a BG, he's a BG, I'm at 2, he's a 1. So that will kill. So we're going to go ahead and do an attack there. We know we don't need to check anything, it's going to kill. So we do get our first casualty on the German side. Our first casualty, permanent stun by death. Alright, so our first casualty by the German side, this guy's acted, so he took one of my actions. We do have this other one back here. Let's see. Now, one thing that's important to note is that there's a move called an infiltration move. I've never had to do it before because I've never been in a situation where I move my people in kind of creative ways. But essentially, if you're adjacent to an enemy unit and you move from a spot where you are to a spot where they're also targeting where you aren't, then they'll get a chance to shoot at you. I need to read the rules on that one when it happens. But this guy has smoke. He's not shooting right now, so it doesn't matter for right now. But it might matter later. So I'm debating if I want to just try to attack directly or if I want to move him up to try to get him a better spot. I think just attacking directly because this is kind of safe. We're gonna attack. So we're gonna attack this unit. This is an artillery unit. This actually might not die. I might need a tank here to help me. All right. Knowing that that's an artillery unit, I wanna pause on that because I might need the armor to come up to help me. It'll take me 2 turns to get armor up here. This tank is not full health. He also does not have all of his weapons, which is another problem. Alright, so we're going to self-preservation move this guy up. We are going to self-preservation move this guy here because he's moving closer to cover, which is a bluff. And this guy's moving closer to the scalable cliff. That counts, right? Right? We're playing that right. I think we're playing that right. I say we're playing that right. You can't stop me. It's a solo game. I want to do an attack here to there, but given I only have 1 attack, I'm not going to. So I'm going to use my other move to move this tank up. So that way it's out of the intense fire of green. It's my 2 actions there. We're going to self-preservation move this guy forward. Over to here. We're going to self-preservation move this guy forward as well. Let's see. I want to put him here. So they're on the same spot. Okay. I can have 2 units in the same spot. This tank can't move. There's no self-preservation for tanks. We are going to self-preservation move this guy forward. We cannot self-preservation this guy forward because he's not moving from a beach tile to a beach tile. He'll be moving on to that. So we need an action to get there. So he just stay there. This guy, oh, I was going to attack with this guy too. That's going to be horrible. All right, he can't self-preservation. I guess he could self-preservation this way. Make way, and self-preservation there. All right, that's how we're playing that. We're calling that done. Okay, cool. Again, this moving sideways thing, I feel like is kind of cheating the rule a little bit because I'm already on cover and I move from cover to cover. I guess that kind of works to get in better positions for self-preservation. I'll check the forums later, but for now, just know that check that rule in the forums. You'll probably see me post on the forums and ask about it, or maybe I'll find a post that talked about it later. I don't feel like looking up right now because it's just getting late. All right, so we're all done here on this side. We did some good work. We took out 1 of the nests. Feeling pretty confident about that. The smoke does clear. Disruption does not. So next round might be a doozy. All right, now we go over to the west side. So for the west side, let's see. We got all kinds of stuff. Yes, stroking the beard here. Indeed. We can. We declared that we're going to try to attack this guy. It's going to be a little bit hard attack, but it's what we want to try to do. We also want to try to attack this guy here. It's probably going to end in a flub, but honestly, I need these guys to stop shooting at me. We are going to self-preservation move this guy first, no matter what, because we need to get them all stacked. We're going to self-preservation move this guy as well into a slightly safer area. And then, 1 second. Okay, all right. I am back. So let's see. All right, that's not a self-preservation. We self-preservation that guy. Right, we're attacking this and we're attacking that. That's what we're considering. I also really want this guy to go away, but there's nobody next to him. So, if I move the tank over 1, then I can have a bigger attack on that next turn. So I think we're gonna... Let's attack first. We're gonna attack first. We're gonna attack this guy. He's already disrupted, but we're gonna attack him again. Oh, alternatively, we could just walk up here. No, we're gonna attack this. We're attacking this guy. All right, so we're attacking this guy. Oh, right, we already know what he is. Oh, we're not attacking that guy. I lied. Right, because we didn't have the right weapon. But a tank has a BR, so if I move him over, then next round I should be able to attack that. Then we'll move this guy. Oh, I don't want to move him up. I got to. Self-preservation move. Run to cover. That way, worst case scenario, this just ends badly. All right, going back over to, so we have our action of moving the tank. I kind of want to move this tank up as well. And also kind of want to move this. This is a lot of thinking here. All right, we're gonna move this guy up, self-preservation. We are going to move this guy up, self-preservation. It's risky. We can move this guy straight through here. It's risky because I think he's gonna get hit. I mean, there's a high chance he'll get hit by one of those two. We'll move this guy. Move him up. Self-preservation. I forgot the general's gonna be here next turn. So we can hopefully have like a nice little extra set of actions there. Forgot about that. All right, so we are not attacking with this guy. So we're gonna go ahead and attack with this guy, and it's probably gonna end badly. So let's attack. We're gonna attack. We're doing it. We got nothing but a BR. And we need a BG. We are double them though, so we are double them. We don't have the right weapon, we're double them though. And that's key. So weapon does not match. We have 2 times. They have a hidden depth, so we do disrupt them. So we do disrupt them. So that is the important part. The important part is that our bravery is what keeps us alive. He's got 1 hit point, and he's still doing the job. Getting it done. Our finest hour. Okay. Alright, I think that's all my actions though. That was my action there. So he's not doing anything. He's not doing anything. Oh, they're on the wrong side of the island. My bad. We're all done on this side of the island. Alright, cool. Sweet. We have finished. So, now that we're done, we're going to go ahead and do our normal clearing of the cards. Swipe the cards away. And then we're gonna draw our first two. Oh, before we do, we go to round 6. We are gonna shuffle. This is our first shuffle of the game. And there will be another shuffle at round 13. I feel like we're making good progress. It's a lot of back and forth here, but we're making good progress still. A lot of decisions to make. This is why I think this game has very, very good decision space to be a 2-player game. I don't know if I'm going to finish the entire game before I'm done for the night here, but I will definitely try. I think a few more hours and I'll have it done. Or be dead. One or the other. Alright, so give it one more good shuffle here. Alright. Boom. So draw our 2 sector or landing cards for landing sector cards. Boom, bam. And mid-tide will be next round, so we gotta move a lot of vehicles. It's gonna be touch and go. I have 2 tanks that are back here. I have only one tank that's back here, so I gotta move this tank, and I gotta move. Oh, well, you guys can't see where I'm pointing. My bad. Let's go and get our landing stuff done. Let's move. Let's keep moving here. So for our landing, we have C Diamond. C Diamond. Oh, sorry, we only have triangle. I don't know why I looked at that. Triangle A. This is for other. Triangle A. No, no. It's gonna be 3 turns away. Curses. So I won't get it until turn 9? That's rude. Well, I guess this game doesn't care about me. That is hurtful. Well, that was done. All right, that was quick. Oh, let's fill the boxes in for the east side. So we're on round 6, so we're gonna get some reinforcements here. We get to choose ER. Honestly, oh, they're gonna be coming to mid-tide. So yeah, so we want this guy to be there. This is where we need to start clearing mines at a rapid pace. After we get to mid-tide, we can only clear 1 mine at a time. So it's another ER. Eesh. Not many spaces to land on ER, unfortunately. I guess we can land there. And then this last guy is also ER. So I guess they really know that we're gonna be rushing this area, and they want us to have some stuff to rush this way. Actually, you know what? Let me just get all of them right there. And the hope is that they can land there and just kind of like Bogar in and take out what they need to take out. All right, so now we're done with this side. Now we go over to the west side. And this one is going to have landing, starting with our general. So our general, oh, there's an artillery. Does that happen on landing? I think it only happens on attack, right? Let me check. I may have been playing this wrong the whole time. I think artillery only happens on attack. Let's see. Yeah, artillery only counts for the German attack. German fire. Cool. Have been playing right so far. Heck yeah. Man, there's a lot of rules in this game, I'm telling you. A lot of small things. Continuing on, we have Diamond B. Diamond B. And this is a ranger, so I can move 0 to 4 to the left. Oh, sorry, Diamond B is 1 to the left. Never mind. I don't get to choose. No more diamonds. Alright. For the triangle. So for the triangle, we have triangle A. So triangle A for a unit. This is not a ranger, so they're just gonna land right in there. And then finally, circle. Circle D. Oh. This is a artillery. Circle D is going to be nothing. Cool. I'll take it. I didn't even know there was a D column. Alright. Then my general, he's going to land here. He doesn't count for stacking, and this is going to be here. They don't count for that. Now I'm gonna signify how the general and the HQ are gonna work. I did not explain this earlier, but essentially, the general and the HQ will give free actions for everybody around them, and they can give different actions for different units. The general, I think, gives same as the headquarters, but the headquarters can also do like some special attack stuff. That's really nice. So I really want to get my headquarters in general moved around into like really nice strategic spots, especially like over here, get them into the fray. So I want to try to run my general over here, and my headquarters is kind of in an awkward spot. I probably should have put it over here, but I didn't want to stack too many things in one spot just in case artillery came. So I think I might try to work my headquarters over here to try to get something helping me out. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at now. So that's everything landed. Now we're gonna put these guys stuff out here. We got DG, which is another ranger. Heck yeah, DG. We want to put that ranger right on over here. Nope, right on over there. Because he's going to land in high tide. Oh no. I don't have these mines cleared. Oh, shoot, this is going to be rough. Alright, another DG ranger, or DR ranger. Nope, it's another DG ranger. Guess they really want me to get my rangers up here. Oh, another ranger. Wow, another ranger for DG. They're just getting us loaded in. Getting the big boys in here. Free actions for us. They probably suspect this got pretty hardened and pretty gross for us, so maybe that's why they're giving me all this stuff. Okay, so now we're done with that. Let's go up to the top. And we're going to draw an event card. And the event card is going to be Smoke Obscures the Beach. Again, no fire from 62. 62 is over here on the west side, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, bring that map back down. So no fire from 62. So 62 is also on the east side. It just says 62. It doesn't say 62N. Yeah, WN62. So I guess it's both. All right, I'll take it. That's perfect because I'm climbing up that hill there. We'll see if that works out for us in the long run. Okay. Let's go and get our double. Oh, wrong side. Our double things here. So we got that card and that card for our attacks. And what's going on with this? East side. Let's see how we're doing. So for the east side, this is who's attacking. We have here. See, yellow is attacking. It's not great. Red is attacking for both. That's also not great. There's no brown here. You're only hitting triangles, but my triangle guy is the healthy guy. I don't like that. I do not like that at all. This is going to be rough. Let's evaluate these attacks and figure out where we can clear mines, because we need to clear mines for the next round. So, yellow, how you doing there? Yellow. So they're hitting triangles, and they're not hitting tanks. So I don't think I have anybody. Oh, he's in intense fire. That's not great. So he can hit 2 people. He's going to try to hit people closer to him first. So he's going to hit this guy. And this is a triangle and a yellow, so he's going to hit this guy as well. That sucks. It's my 2 strong guys. They were nice and full health. We can't have nice things. Alright, as far as clearing mines go, I can clear this mine over here, so I will. Because purple did not attack. I think red is covering everything else here. Yeah, red is covering everything else. It's unfortunate. Okay, so that's all I can clear on mines. Sorry, let me finish these attacks over here. So they're getting 3 attacks total, and they're hitting triangles. So nobody's in intense fire. So they're hitting nobody. Hey, that worked out. Nice. Okay, so no, oh, wait. Triangle, not a triangle. Okay, yeah, we're all good. So nobody else is getting attacked, so we're all good. That attack has been evaluated. Now we're going to go over to the other side. I've already done my mines as well. Go over to the other side for the west side. We have yellow. So yellow is attacking. The double is attacking, not the smaller. Purple is attacking, and so is green. Ugh, gross. Gross, gross, gross. They're attacking triangles, so they're not hitting this guy, which is good. They're hitting this guy, which is not great. They're also hitting this guy. So he's only hitting 2 people, but he has 2 people to hit. So he's going to hit this guy. He's going to hit that guy. So that's evaluated. Cool, all done. And then over here, green is hitting just triangles. Nothing here. This guy's an intense fire, so he's going to get hit regardless. So we'll have him take the green hit. The green hit. Not happy about that, but there's a lot of things I'm not happy about in this game. Yeah, this guy getting hit is, well, let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, boo. Alright, well, he's taking a hit. Okay, so that's all the greens. He can only shoot 1 person. And now purple can shoot up to 4 people. This guy's already been shot. This is a tank. Purple can also hit generals and HQs. But fortunately, the general and the HQ are out of range, so that's good. So purple's not hitting anybody. Alright. Oh, wait, I lied. Oh, wait, no, that guy already got hit. Yeah. This guy would get shot, but he's already been shot once. Okay. So we're all done. That's it. So now we are going over to our action phase. Okay. So starting off with the east side here for round 6. Got a lot going here for us. See, how long are we here? Yeah, I might call it for a night after this round and then finish the other rounds later. But let's go ahead and continue with what we have here. Okay, so what we have, you know what? I'll keep playing. I'll play it out. I'm debating if I want to stay up until like midnight trying to finish this over, because currently it is 9:39 or 9:36. I know. I'm having a lot of fun though, I will say. So we got our attacks. Oh, we didn't clear mines. I'm sorry. Shoot. Who attacked? Yellow attacked. Green attacked, and purple attacked. So brown did not. So yellow covers all of this. Green covers all of that. And okay, so there was no mines, there's no spots I can clear out because everybody was shooting. All right. So I got my work cut out for me. I got some rangers coming up, and I'm happy about that. But I need them to not die. That'll be great. So here on the east side, which is where I'm focusing at, we got a big attack that we can do here. So we can have both of these troops attack. We have no general on this side, so it kind of sucks trying to do a big attack right now. But if we can take out either this gun or that gun, I think we'll be in good shape. Taking out this gun, I think, is good, but this one is a little bit less risky. Let's see, what weapons do we have? We have BZ, BR, 2 BRs, a DE. Yeah, so we can join our forces to attack that. And I think that might be a reasonable attack for us to do. It's going to cost me both my actions, though. That's the thing I'm not liking. Now, alternatively, if we spin an action to move this unit up, next round, we can use our tank plus this unit to attack that and take them out. But I'm starting to think that maybe I should just go ahead and use the big attack for this. I mean, this is also causing me a lot of problems with clearing mines and all kinds of stuff, and I'm about to have these units land there. So, do I think I can take it out with this? What do I have? I have 2 BGs, a BR, and an MO. No, it's too risky. I think these soldiers are gonna have to help them take it out. So for right now, I'm gonna try to go for the sure thing as opposed to the risky thing. I got 5 out of 6 weapons here. I only have 4 weapons here. No, 3 weapons here. So I think it's less of a risk for me to take out over here. And I'll try to move everybody else up to some better spots here. Okay, so we're going to attack. We're going to join the attack. So we're going to have both of these guys jump in and swing. Oh, I didn't put the. Oh no, I did. Okay, I put round 6 units up. Round 7 is when I get my headquarters for this side. So we're gonna have them both swing at this guy. So this is a 4 and a 4, so 8. We'll flip over this. This is a 2. We need a BG and an MO. We got those 2. We are more than double, so we do get to reveal the death marker. And the death marker here is AR. Oh man, that's artillery. Jeez. AR and RD. We do not have AR and RD. We are more than double them though, so we do get a disrupt. But we do not get anything else. And that's both of our action spins. Okay, so nothing but self-preservation moves left. We're gonna self-preservation move this guy. So he's gonna hang out with him. We're gonna self-preservation move that guy. Oh no, we wanna keep him here. Climb is not a self-preservation move, so I cannot do that. That's an action. Well, I can still self-preservation him over here, but then that kind of puts him into, yeah, you know, I'm gonna keep him there. I'm gonna self-preservation move this guy forward. I'm gonna self-preservation move, jeez, this guy here. It's not the greatest idea, but honestly, I need people out of this spot here. Oh, shoot. I'm going to have next round to move my tanks. I have enough actions to do it, but it's going to be rough. I'm about to lose my tanks. I'm okay with losing this tank. I'm not okay with losing that tank, though. These guys can't do anything. They're just chilling, so we're all done. We are just hanging out in the line of fire. So we're all done for this side. Self-preservation moves and everything else. That guy's disrupted. So we are all cooling. Now we're going to go back over here to the west side. For the west side, we have a general and we have a headquarters. So headquarters basically give me a free move for everybody around them, which is actually pretty nice. Let's see. A unit in command of a headquarter unit or a general, a unit that is stacked with or adjacent to a headquarter unit or general at the start of the action phase is in command and may conduct a free action. Units that are conducting free actions because they're in command of a general or HQ unit or a general may conduct different actions. The leaders are ordering and encouraging each unit separately. An infantry unit may conduct a self-preservation. Oh, we already know that. Additionally, headquarter units and generals, their actions are free anyway. They don't attack, but they can move around for free, which is really great. So right now, the people who are in command of my headquarters are this unit and this unit. So they can do some free moves. It wouldn't really matter too much, so we're gonna have him move forward, and we're gonna have this move forward. So they're done. We're probably gonna have our headquarters move forward here in a second. I just need to see what's gonna happen. So my artillery, the way artillery shots work, let's see if I can find them. So an artillery shot is, it must be in range, but not adjacent to target, and in command of a headquarters that is also commanding at least one infantry unit attacking the position. So it's kind of difficult to set that up. I do got to move my HQ into like a risky spot, but it will allow me to get the artillery shots off. So it's kind of difficult to set up initially, but I just got to keep the headquarters with them. And we can hopefully have a good time. This guy's going to self-preservation move. He's going to go forward over here. I want to go forward there. No, have him go forward there. So I can get a free action in a second for next turn. If I put my headquarters at risk. For the general, let's see. This unit can move forward or move to the side for free. This unit is also in command. Yeah, we're gonna have this unit move forward for free. We're gonna have our other unit move there. We're gonna have our general move with them. It's going to be so risky. He's under fire, so that's not great. Intense fire, I should say. So these guys have moved. Okay. And then I have a commando, or a ranger, sorry, not a commando. I think I want to go ahead and attack with this because I think I needed a BR, and the tank has a BR. We've already established that. So I have not used any actions yet. This is already disrupted. This could be disrupted. I don't know if I want to risk this guy. Yeah, I think we're going to self-preservation move this guy here. And then self-preservation move this guy here. Then we're going to self-preservation move this guy forward. Not great, but that's what we got. We're going to self-preservation move this guy forward. Then he's already done his job, so he's. I mean, him staying here chilling is fine. I don't care about that too much, so we can just keep him there. Oh yeah, we're attacking this. Okay, so we are going to try to attack this and take it out. Again, I think a tank has a BR. Check. A tank does have a BR, so we're going to use our 2 actions to do a combined attack here with these 2, and they are going to swing at this. So the tank has the BR, our combined strength is 8, so we do have the right weapon and we do overpower it. There is an unrevealed death marker, so we reveal it now, and it says tactical retreat. I don't like that. Oh, tactical reinforcement. What does that mean? I've never seen that before. Tactical reinforcement. Tell me more. Tell me more. Don't mind me, I'm just checking the rulebook. Alright, German tactical reinforcements triggered by WN depth marker. Or depth marker. A German reinforcement unit enters play when you reveal a WN depth marker. Reading tactical reinforcement. At the moment this happens, immediately conduct the following. Remove the depth marker from play. Okay. Remove from play. Got it. Easy. Easy. Draw a reinforcement from the tactical reinforcement pool and place it in the unoccupied reinforcement position nearest to the WN position from which you remove the depth marker, even if that reinforcement position has no ID number. All right. So tactical guys, I'm moving 1 from here to the nearest spot, which to the nearest WN spot, and place it in the unoccupied German reinforcement position nearest to the WN position from which you remove the depth marker. So that'll be here. If 2 or more positions are equidistant, place the reinforcement in the position closest to the US unit. If it's still equidistant, place the reinforcement to lower number. For purposes of placing reinforcements triggered by WN, a reinforcement position without an ID number, for example, blah, 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 is considered to have the ID number of 0. The restrictions on 9.33 apply to reinforcements triggered by a WN. What does this mean? What are we talking about? A reinforcement triggered by a WN may only be taken from the tactical reinforcement pool and is placed without a depth marker. If the pool is empty, the reinforcement does not enter play. Okay, so what is this? 9.33 is a restriction. Is a German position must be in communication in order to receive reinforcement. So I think it is in communication. It has a direct line to an escape hatch or whatever it's called. Yeah, so we're all good. So the direct line is, I think this direct, like, you have to be able to draw a line from here following the escape for G, wherever that is. Which the escape for G is right there? Yeah, I think right here. Okay. Basically the trench line. Yeah, that's what we call it. Sure. That's my understanding of it. That's my interpretation of it. All that goes a long way to say that, yeah, we've done that. And now we reevaluate and we take him out. So he does die. Bye-bye. So 2 down. We've defeated 2 positions. We got a reinforcement though. I don't like that. But we did defeat a position. May not have been the greatest position, but it's a position nonetheless. All right, so that's it for those guys. This guy is going to go ahead and run on forward, running up that hill. And this guy is going to self-preservation move forward here. And that's a ranger though. That's a ranger though. All right, he's gonna crawl. He's gonna crawl on the beach. We're gonna try to get him around because I really want them to take out that over there. Actually, no. You know what? We're gonna have him go up because the next round is gonna be mid-tide. He's gonna have to climb up anyway. The headquarters. I got to determine where these guys are going. I think I will move the headquarters up. Let's see. They're going to be an intense fire from red either way. So they can take less shots if I put them over here. So I'll put them right there. And fingers crossed we don't have to have them get shot. So I think all self-preservation has been done. Everybody has moved and done their thing. So we're all done. I'm feeling kind of okay. But you know, it's getting a little suspicious. I'm feeling like the tides are turning in my favor, and I'm a little suspicious about that. So we're all done. So we're gonna go up here and clear out the cards like we normally do. So we're clearing the cards, and we're moving on to round 7. Turn 7. So for this one, mid-tide. So by the end of the day, for this one, I have to have all my people at the mid-tide line or higher. So I have to be very careful about that. But for right now, we're gonna go ahead and draw our 2 things so we can see what our reinforcements are gonna be doing. And let us go down to here. So our reinforcements for here, mid-tide, so they're gonna land on this mid-tide line. Anything below mid-tide by the end of this round must be at this line or they'll just disappear. So that's an important thing to know. They'll drown or they'll, get underwater. So I have to use my 2 actions essentially to move those guys up, and all my other actions I can't use for anything else, and it's kind of crummy. We don't have any commando. We got some normal soldiers. These guys are of each shape, and we're around 7. So we're at B diamond. So B diamond. They're gonna move 1 to the left. And then A triangle. A triangle is nothing, so they're gonna go just straight on in. And that's gonna cause them to be focused. Attracting a lot of attention here. I need y'all to stop. Stop doing that, please. And then our last one is C circle. C circle is 4 to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm okay with that. All right, now this one also has the mine symbol, and I think this is where it triggers. Let me check. It triggers during landing, so all right, submerged mines. If the landing card you draw includes an exploding mine symbol, apply all the other landing results, then check to see if one of your units in a beach landing box detonates submerged mines as it lands in a beach hex that has not been cleared of obstacles. All beach obstacles are uncleared at the start of play and become cleared as you perform your actions. During low tide, they're submerged. During mid tide, which is right now, if any units in your sector will land in a mid tide water hex line with uncleared obstacles, you must remove a step from one such unit of your choice. All beach obstacles are considered cleared at the beginning of step 23. And then high tide, same thing when they pass through. And then leader exception, if a unit, HQ unit is also, or is the only available unit to suffer losses due to a mine explosion, it does not lose a step. Instead, it is delayed. Place it 2 turns ahead. Huh, that sucks. Okay, all right, well, that's fine. So we don't trigger any mines though, because everywhere we landed was cleared. So we're all fine. We actually landed on the right spots here for once. Okay, so now moving over to the west side. To the west side, we have oh wait, go back. Again, procedural. It's a very procedural game. So we are around 7. So we actually have some stuff up here. So round 7, we finally get FG5. It's been a long set of turns. And we're also gonna get EG3 over here, so I'll put it down here by myself. Actually, I'll just put it over here. So we're gonna get an ER, another ER here. We're gonna try to flood the zone. We got an FG, we got a armored artillery for FG. And we want to put this near our headquarters, which, speak of the devil, there's our headquarters. We got a really good concentration of stuff here, so we want the headquarters to land right there if possible. It's gonna be hopefully chef's kiss of a turn, assuming nothing strange happens. But you never know. Strange things always happen. Ooh, that spot's not cleared. All right, I gotta clear that spot. That spot, I really want to clear that spot. We'll see if I can clear it here. But knowing my luck, I probably won't be able to. All right, going back over here. So we have, for this one, we have Diamond A. So Diamond A is going to be a ranger, so I can move to the left 0 to 4 spaces, or just go straight in. I think I'm okay with just landing right on top of the general. That feels good. Oh wait, I already have free actions. Yeah, no, this is a waste. Hold on. So I can go up to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and just kind of run straight across here with free actions. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we'll do that. We'll spread out a little bit. Oh, these mines aren't cleared. Okay, whew, we didn't draw a mine thing, so we're good. That could have been real bad. B triangle. So triangle B is going to be a ranger, 1 to the left. So land in there. And then finally, we have circle D. Circle D is going to be 1 to the right. Oh, okay, well, we're causing focus. That's not good. All my rangers in one spot? What are you guys doing? Having a party? Jeez. All right, well, that's another focus spot. A lot of focus spots. I don't like this. I don't like how this is panning out. I feel like I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. All right, put my units in. We have round 7. So this one's coming in. So EG3 has been delayed for so long, but it's coming in now. And then finally we have our artillery here for DW. We need to keep it next to the headquarters, so we're going to put it on DW1 to hopefully give us a little bit of shooting range here. So it'll be kind of difficult to get that. Actually, I'm going to put it on DW3. So it'll go here, and I can kind of move it up a little bit better. Okay. So that's all set, ready to go. Now we got to figure out what our event is. Fingers crossed for a good event. And our event is going to be add a death marker to 1 German unit. All right, well, I don't know what I was hoping for. All right, add a death marker. Death marker. See if I care. Narrator, he cares deeply. All right, add a death marker to 1 unit. It has to be the person who's the closest, who only has 1. Let's see, on the west we have some stuff. On the east we got some stuff. So I think the closest location that does not already have the death marker is 2 away. I think I'm gonna put this on. Oh man, I think I'm gonna put it over here. It's gonna make this a hard fight for all of us. But I think that's kind of the only reasonable spot I have. It's gonna make it difficult for all of us. Like, oh no, he's gonna get 4 shots. I don't like that. I don't like that. Nope. Okay, hold on. I can do over here instead. It's not as bad. It still sucks. but it's not as bad. He's 2 away. Everybody's 2 away, so yeah, we're good. All right, we added the death marker. Thanks, Event, for helping me out there. And now we get to figure out what our attacks are. So the enemy German attacks, we got that and that. No artillery, again. Keeping my fingers crossed that it stays that way. And over here, and let's see what our attacks are. So for this one, we have purple, not disrupted. That's not good. Yellow is disrupted. Man. Okay, so this is a double stack, but it's a single. This is a double stack, but it's a single, so therefore only purple shooting. Okay. Purple shooting. This is great. I need to clear. Oh no, purple shooting. I need to clear this one spot. I just need to clear that one spot. Come on, guys. All right, my headquarters might get hit by a mine later. I feel like it's gonna get hit by a mine. I feel like that's what's setting up. Anyway, purple shooting at circles. There's one valid target, 2 valid targets, and it can shoot 2 people. So it's gonna shoot this guy. It's gonna take him down to his last life. So he's gonna be L316. And then this one's also going to get shot, but he's going to be disrupted. Our first disruption of the game. So disruption sucks. Disruption basically means that I can't do anything but get rid of it. That's it. That's my entire turn. My entire turn is getting rid of disruption. So, yeah, we're disrupted. The first disruption of the game. Again, what I said before is when I played incorrectly, what I would do is anytime anybody got shot, they were disrupted. But according to the chart, they only get disrupted when it's an unrevealed reinforcement. So reinforcements are these guys. So when it's a WN or revealed reinforcement, you just lose a step. But when it's an unrevealed reinforcement, which are these guys back here, specifically the normal boxes, the X boxes, then that's where you get disrupted and you lose a step, and that's really not great. So you got to be very careful about that. Okay. So that is all that's happening there. I can clear mines. I'm going to clear this spot, because why not? Widen that up a little bit. Actually, I'm going to widen it up from... widen it up from this direction. Okay. So, because we need just one more and we got that cleared. This is the one spot that I needed cleared. I almost got all the mines. Got 1, 2, 3 spots not cleared. And if that pesky purple didn't shoot, then I might have a chance to clear this spot. But you know what? It's better than the alternative. Okay. So these guys are no longer... Well, this guy's still focused. Because he could get hit by... No, he can't. Okay. Alright. Okay. So back over here to the other side. We have on the west side... we have these guys attacking. So we have red, purple, and green tank. They're hitting triangles. So red, purple, double, green, double. So green is not attacking. Thank goodness. All right. Okay, and they're hitting triangles. So red is hitting triangles. We're in intense fire here. So 2 in intense fire, so they count as triangles technically. This one is a triangle. So let's see who's closer. So this is 1, 2, 3 away. Oh, 1, 2, 3 away. This is 1, 2. Oh, he's a tank. He's not going to hit him anyway. All right, so this is not going to shoot that. Can he shoot over here? I cannot. Can shoot way over here, but this is way far away. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 away versus 1, 2, 3 away. So it's going to hit both of these. Because they're considered to have triangles. Oh, there's a triangle over here. Hey, it's too far away though. I think he's 1, 2, 3, 4 away. Yeah. So he's gonna shoot whoever's closest. So he's gonna shoot these 2. So it's gonna shoot my artillery by 1. So now it's a little bit weaker. It's gonna shoot my guys here that were pretty healthy. And that's the 2 attacks for them. Over to purple. Purple is attacking triangles. So is going to hit this guy and is definitely going to hit this guy over here. We got our Rangers just hanging out. Sorry, that disruption to be there. All right, I can move that because I gotta move them around anyway. This guy's getting hit. So it's gonna go. This is D116 or D1-116. Somebody from round 4. Nice, still alive for now. Okay, so that's all the attacks. Now we move on to the everything else. So let's get started here. Oh boy. All right, so I gotta move my tanks up. That's something that I have to do. I don't want to move my tanks up, but I got to. I have to. So I can let this tank stay back and die. I also really want to take out this nest. So do I want to lose both tanks is a question. If I can get like a bonus action or a headquarters action, that'd be great. Man. I also really want to go over here and take this out too. I got so many things I want to do. All right, next turn my headquarters will land, hopefully without a hitch, and I'll be able to have a big turn. I need to get people into position now, though, is the problem. And I don't think I will be able to get them in position in the right amount of time. So I think saving this tank, I think, is important. So we will commit to saving this tank. So that's our action 1. Let's move that tank. And then I really want to make sure that this spot is not attacked. So yellow's disrupted, so I need green to be disrupted too. I'm going to use my tank here to do a barrage. It is in the right spot. We're going to barrage that spot there. And it's going to be my second action. It's doing a tank barrage. We're still a focal point here, but yeah, we're still a focal point, but this is par for the course at this point. We need to disrupt them though. And in order to do that, barrage is what we're doing. So we're doing a barrage. So we will draw a card, and we are what? Circle? Circle? We're at strength 4, circle. Oh my gosh! Oh, it's not green though. No. Okay, it doesn't have a death marker, so that's good. So the symbol matched. It is strength 3 to 5. They have no death marker, so they're still disrupted. But like, man, that could have been better. Actually, it wouldn't have been better. Oh, no, yeah, it would not have been better. All right. They get disrupted. That's an important part. So now there's no more fire coming in on this little range here, and that could help me out next round. Everybody else is going to do self-preservation, so we can kind of get them out of the way. Let's see, are they in the line? Nope, they're not in the line of fire. So we're going to oh, I can't have them move up. I can only have 2 units in one spot. Oh no. This is not great. Dun, 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 dun. So, this is, ooh. We're gonna have this guy keep running across the cliff. He's gonna self-preservation that way. Self-preservation. He's gonna self-preservation. He's gonna hang out there. Hopefully nothing bad happens, but of course it will. A lot of suspicious things here. So these guys are all done. These guys, I really want to move this guy up. I can't move him there because then it'll cause me to lose a unit anyway. So I could self-preservation this way towards cover, and then move this guy up to hang out with him. Okay. And he's on mid tide, so he's fine. No, he's on low tide. Oh shoot. This guy's about to die. Can I climb? Oh no. I'm gonna lose the guy anyway. He's full health. Shoot. Okay, I can lose a guy or I can lose a tank. I think I'd rather lose a tank than lose a guy. That sounds like a weird statement, but I feel like this guy, I really want him to climb this wall and be on this other side. It's gonna take him 3 rounds. If he's in the process of climbing, he's fine. He's not gonna die from the low tide. But I think I'm just losing both of my tanks here for low tide. Like man, that does not feel good to lose both of your tanks. But honestly, this is the path I've chosen. I think I'm stuck on the beach anyway. All right, so they're eliminated. These 2 tanks. They were my starter tanks. I've lost all my starter tanks. This guy, he's going to be doing a climb. So my action, instead of moving the other tank up, is going to be an action to move this guy into a cliff climb. And he will survive now. So a cliff climb is going to take 3 turns for me to get him over the cliff there, but I need to spend the action to get him climbing. So he's going to be dodging the water. And he will be above the low tide. Oh, you know what? No, he's already fine. Yeah. Cause this is no. Okay, yeah, we're good. We don't need to do that. Oh man. Okay, see, now I feel better. Which tank was it? Oh shoot, I don't remember which tank it was. I'm sorry. Where? Oh my gosh, where was the tank? It was here. Yeah, it's there. All right. I think that was the right tank. I don't know. I don't remember now. Okay. Regardless, I'll deal with my consequences later. Internet will probably correct me. But yeah, we're done. So we're done with all the actions over here. We cleared the mine spot. Yeah, we moved one over. I think that's what we did. So close. Oh, this spot's not clear. I thought the spot was cleared. I've only cleared this, these 2. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. 1, 2, 3. I got 3. Okay, 3 spots left. Okay, so we're all done over there. Let's move over to the other side. Did I clear mines over here? I don't think I did. Did I attack over here? We're in action phase, right? Yeah, we're in action phase, and we end up not getting shot. So I don't think I placed the mine clearing. So purple, red. So I can put one here. I can also put one over here. I think I want to put one over here. And I need to move this tank up. Same situation as before. Lots and lots of peril over here. Trying to not die is kind of difficult. So I got 1 tank I need to move up, or else it dies. I lost 1 tank on the other side already. This tank has been doing a lot of work. It's been helping me keep this side disrupted, so it's been pretty useful. Now the headquarters here is going to give me free action for all these guys. The general is going to give me free action for these 2, and these commandos or rangers, they're going to get free actions because they're rangers. So knowing all that, trying to figure out the best way to move stuff around. Because we do want to take out this. We want to take out everything. As much as we can take. We want to blow up everything. Take it all out. So this is a wall. We can have our people climb it. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to have our... this guy's going to move up here. Actually, I feel like I should do a climb. Yeah, we're going to do a climb action. So we're going to do a cliff climb while we can, while the general's commanding them. So cliff climb on these guys. And then this unit is a 1 dot. So we're going to have this unit move up to here for free. And then our general's going to move... our general's going to move up with it right there. We're just going to hang out right there. So remember, generals do not count as a unit on the spot. So it's technically 4 stacks there, but 1 is a general. So all those guys have activated. So that's a nice little messy stack there. This tank was not in the general's range at the start of the action phase, so therefore it does not get a free action. These units here, we could self-preservation them away, out of our way here. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have my commandos, my rangers, I keep calling commandos, but my rangers, they're gonna have them move into line of fire. So we're gonna have self-preservation this way, self-preservation this way, because remember it has to stay on the beach. And we're gonna try to charge that tower. We're gonna have our tank, no, not tank. We're gonna have the ranger move, so that's 4. Oh no, not that guy. our Ranger move, and then our other Ranger move. I feel like I should just move him back this way, honestly. Yeah, it's a high risk. He's gonna die here. Yeah, I'm gonna put him back this way, and try to take the long way. Well, you know what? You know what? You gotta break some eggs to make some toast. It's not. Nobody says that. I don't know what I just said. Okay, it's getting late. So we have all these guys have moved. All these guys have moved. All these guys have moved. This tank has not done anything yet. These guys have all moved. The HQ is commanding all of this. We need the HQ to move up into the spot for sure. But before we do, we're gonna have the HQ command this guy to climb up that bluff. Oh my gosh, stacks are getting crazy. So he's gonna climb up there. Oh my gosh, I swear if I knock that over one more time. This guy's gonna move forward. The headquarters is going to move forward with the AA, so this is all done. This is a Ranger, so the Ranger's gonna go ahead and crawl on forward over there. Trying to prepare to do some cool stuff over there. And action-wise, I still have not moved that tank, but he's gone. They've all gone. Okay. I got a lot of weak, low health units. I could try to have these two guys fight that. The commando is not, or the ranger's not going to be in range in time. So we're gonna, we got a DE. We got 4 of 6 weapons right now. Now, if I barrage, ooh, that's a good idea. I could barrage this purple, which is going to be a big problem for us because we're trying to run these guys up here. He can only hit 2 of us. There's a lot of us, though. This guy can only hit 2 of us as well. There's a few of us. It's always going to hit the most critical, isn't it? Always. Alternatively, I can go ahead and take these 2 guys and try to knock out this spot. And I think that's what I want to do instead. So we're going to have this guy move up self-preservation. Oh, I have a tank. Oh, crud. Alright, we're going to move this tank up. We're going to keep him alive, I guess. Not happy about that. Self-preservation. We're going to have this guy attack this guy by himself. So, single attack. It's a triangle. Oh, it doesn't matter what shape. The weapons matters. So we're going to have him attack. He's a 4 health. So this guy needs a BZ and a BR. Oh no, so close. We got a BZ and an RD, so we don't have enough. We have double their stuff, so we do get them disrupted. We don't have the right weapons though. Let's see. So we do not have the right weapons. There is a hidden depth, and we do have double, so we do get a disrupt. Okay. Oh man, I forgot to do this. Sorry, going back to the other side real fast. This guy has a disruption. His action is to get rid of the disruption. That was his entire action. Alright, sorry. I just forgot to remove that. Back over here though, so he's acted. We got that gun sight, that gun nest disrupted though, and that's pretty good. And I think everybody else is just chilling. Alright. So we're all done with our actions and everything. We keep our tank alive, which is very important. Always good to have some firepower left. Now we remove all these marks here. This is where having tweezers is nice. I know a lot of people who play a lot of war games or chits and bits stuff, they have like really fancy tweezers. I should probably get me some, since I'm apparently playing a lot of war games nowadays. Yeah. So we are done. That is it for this round. We have somehow survived. We're going to round number 8. How long are we in this video? Let's see. 3 hours isn't that bad. Let's keep going. So let's bring it up. We're gonna go ahead and clear out our cards like we did before. And I will change our music because we've been listening to this for a little bit. Starting to notice some repeats. Good music, but also, gotta switch it up. keep it nice and airy. Okay, so we got our new stuff. We're gonna move over here. We're on round 8. So we're officially in the mid-tide. We got our 2 things there. And we can also voluntarily delay if we want to, which is nice. That allows me to voluntarily delay by, was it 2 rounds? So I can have our units kind of come in one big push instead of one piece by piece. Alright. So that's that. We drew our cards. We're going to go ahead and go over to the east side, east seaboard, and let's see what's happening. So this is going to be C diamond. And we're in round 8. We have a diamond. We have one of each shape. So diamond C is going to be for others. We're going to lose 1 step. It's not great. And we do not have mines, so we're fine. I'm happy about that. This one is no letter, so it's going to land. There's no mines, it's going to affect me. This one here. Oh, there's going to be mine explosion on the other side. It's not going to be great. It's not going to be pretty. Over here, we have a circle. Circle is A. So circle A is going to be, this is others. Oh no, delay by 3 turns. No, I need that. All right, not gonna get that till turn 11. Ugh. That's not good. All right, anyway, going back over here, triangle. Triangle is B. Triangle B is going to be a infantry unit, so it's gonna move 1 to the left. We are going to get focused here, though. So we'll see how that pans out for us, or if it does. Oh my gosh. All right, so all done. At least for the east side, we don't have any mines explosions, which is good. We're gonna load up for the next round. Oops. Huh. That's not right. Sorry, let me sort my stuff here. There we go. Sorry, going back to what I was doing, loading up for round 8. So we have these 2 coming in. So it's going to be 2 Dirk W's. Finally, the big guns are coming in. It's going to be ER and ER. Oh, not ER, ER. ER, ER, O. Alright. Well, hopefully I have them land in safety. Going over to the west side, this is where it's going to be a little bit sketchy here, because we got mine explosions, and that's going to be not great. So if they land on a spot, is it they take a step loss? They just take a step loss, is that it? Let's see. On exploding mine symbol, check the beach landing boxes. So that lands on a beach hex with an uncleared obstacle. Remove 1 step from a unit of your choice within the affected beach landing boxes. If only available unit is HQ, delay it for 2 turns. Channels are not affected. Gross. Okay. Okay. So that's anybody in the beach landing box. Wait, am I reading that right? Oh, within the affected beach landing boxes. Okay, I see. Okay, that makes sense. So it has to be within the same box there. All right, continuing on, we have what's going on? We have C diamond. That's it, just C diamond. C diamond. Diamond C is lose one step. Ooh. Lose one step. Lose one step. It's not great. Okay, and these guys will land on mines. Whee! Whee! Alright, so they're landing on mines, so therefore, because I have been able to clear a lot of stuff over here, so they're going to lose another step. This one is going to die, which is not great. It just landed. I guess it didn't. That was from turn 3. From turn 3. This one's going to take another hit, and it's going to be, I think I have another one of those. 58. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. 58 FA. Down to 4U. It's tough, but it's also taking a lot of hits, and I don't like that. Okay, so that's all done. Now we're going to load up the units from 8. So 8, this is DW. Ooh, they're going to be in command. Nice, I like that. I like that. There. And then this one is going to be another EG. Oh, this one's beefy. And now we're going to have some mines to deal with. I'm trying to land them right there safely. Alright, so that's going to be it for there. Now we got to figure out what events we're going to have. So for the events that we're going to have, we're going to draw. It's going to be this event of GI Initiative. Conduct 1 extra action in each division. Thank you. Whew. We get 1 bonus action. We get 3 actions this time instead of 2. Man, action economy is on fire today. Okay, now we're going to figure out where the attacks are happening. So let's figure out where the Fire Nation's attacking with their nonsense. So, oh, we got artillery. Our first artillery shot that's finally popping off. So we got artillery over here on the landing on this side, on the west. So let's go ahead and try to evaluate that because we have not evaluated one of these yet. So if we look at the artillery, we first check this, and we need 4 matches for 70, 75, 88, or 105. And this is total, or is this only on the east side? I think it's only on the east side. So we currently have 2 75s, and we have 2 105s. So we have 4. So therefore, a circle is going to take a hit. That's going to be this guy. Not great. So that's a circle in the beach landing box. So that's going to impact me next round, not this round, but still I don't feel happy about that. I'm not. That's like the weaker one that's being hit, and that sucks because I want that one to be alive and nice and healthy, but you know what? Whatever. See if I care. Alright, now we go over to the normal attacks. So for here, we have M is attacking, is currently disrupted, so it becomes undisrupted. And then purple is attacking, is not disrupted. And then brown is attacking, is not on the side. So therefore, nothing. Cool, I'll take it. Okay. So we need to capture the draws here. So that's our goal to get victory points. So we do need to kind of get into this area and kind of take this over. That's why these little houses on the side are really bad for us, the reinforcements. Alright, so attacks are going to happen. They're going to attack circles. Let's see. They're attacking this guy, so he's going to hit him. And he's going to hit him as well. Those are 2 circles, so we do lose our second unit of the game. Ugh. Hate to see it. Hate to see it. Like I was a trooper. Literally. Oh no, he doesn't take a hit. Sorry, he gets disrupted. He's in the disruption range. Okay, so that's all that happens there. Nobody else is attacked. Let's remove that now. And mines, clearing mines. So we want to clear mine. We wanted to do it here, but we can't because purple shot again. So we're gonna clear it there. And we now have this entire region cleared. So we cleared that spot. Okay. Oh, sorry, I said this entire region. 1 second. There we go. Now the entire region. So this entire section's cleared, this section's cleared, I need to clear here, and then I have all the mines cleared on the east side. Engineers are doing pretty pretty reasonable over here. So that's going to be the east side. Now we're going to move over to the west side. West side. They're going to have some beautiful attacks. Yay! So yellow double is attacking. So this one's attacking, but this one is not, because it was disrupted. Red is attacking. Then green single is attacking. Boo. And they're currently hitting diamonds. So for diamonds, which are forever, we have our guys getting hit. Oh, we're losing another guy. Ugh. Is that 2 shots? Oh, okay, he's getting disrupted, but he's getting shot. He's dead though. He did good though. He did good. You did good, soldier. I would say take a rest, but you're dead. I'm sorry. Your loss will not be forgotten. All right, so we're at two big losses over there and 1 big loss on the other side. 3 loss so far. We have another attack coming from this guy, and he's attacking diamonds, so he can hit over here for a suppress, or hit over here for a suppress, not suppress, disrupt. So he's going to disrupt this guy over here. So we got another disruption. Yay. All right, coming over here for red. Red can hit 2, it can hit tanks, and is hitting diamonds. So can shoot. No, none of those. None of those. None of those. Oh no, not this guy. Okay, so, sorry, can hit armor units essentially. So diamond is what is hitting, so it's gonna hit this guy for sure because he's closest. Wrong side. And I had plans for that guy too. Alright, so this is a C116. C116. On his last leg. That's a guy from round 4. Impressive. Impressive. Okay, so that's 1, and then they can hit 1 more. So they will hit the other diamond, which is this one, down to his last leg there. That was an intense fire too, so super took a hit. Alright, and then next is, sorry, last but not least is going to be green. They're shooting only 1 person, a diamond, which is, I'm not that happy about, because it's going to be my other ranger. Stop hitting my rangers. What'd they do to you? They just want to blow up your stuff. Okay, so that's all the attacks there, and we can clear mines. Let's see, what can we clear? We can clear this spot. Nope, green shot. Man, we can't clear no more mines. This is what happened last time. This is why we got blew up by mines, or exploded by mines. Because they keep shooting at us. Those jerks. Alright, we'll deal with that. We'll definitely deal with that. So, moving over here, we got 3 actions. So we've 3 casualties, 1 on the east side, 2 on the west side. And we got a lot of low health guys just kind of running around, taking up space, trying to do their part. But having 3 actions is going to be strong. We got our headquarters here, so we got everybody here is in command, so we can get some free actions to move up and get these guys into more sustainable positions to hopefully blow some stuff up. Oh man, he's disrupted. Shoot, I want that guy not to be disrupted because I wanted to get him over here and get them over there. All right, so here's how we're gonna do this. This guy's not climbing yet, but I should probably get him climbing. This is a little too far away. I don't have a general yet. I'm gonna get a general on round 9. Lots to think about. My brain. My brain's on fire here. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this guy forward for sure. And he's gonna move into the safer spot, which is there. And the tank cannot move forward because it's stuck here on the beach. This guy's disrupted, so he can't do anything. So this guy's done. That was a free action because of the command center. The tank, I can use the tank to disrupt. I'm gonna use the tank to get a free shot. I'm gonna take a shot over here on this guy over here. And we need circle yellow circle. We got no such things. So it was a free action, but still missed. That was a barrage, as I just did there. I think I want to do a barrage with this tank on blue. I got 3 actions, so actually I don't want to waste that. We got a full health guy here on this little corner of a nest. I think it's a good opportunity to try to take this out and try to get us some good fighting here. So, okay. The question is, do I want to do a combined attack or do I want to do a solo attack? I think just solo attack, we should be able to take that out unless they got some big reinforcements, which in that case, we don't have any big firepower coming here yet until we get the artillery showing up. Okay, we're going to go ahead and declare an attack with just this guy by himself. He's full health, he's going to attack this nest. And we need BG, so we have BG. We are more than double. There is a WN here, so we're going to reveal the death marker. And this one's going to be tactical reinforcements. Again. Gosh, I hate tactical reinforcements. It's going to make it so hard to like fight into this little area at the draw. Alright, so we're going to get a tactical reinforcement. This is going to be rough later on. I think they're going to go there. It's the closest reinforcement spot, so let's see. So for here, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3. Oh, they're going to go over there. Not happy about that either. It's kind of worse. Alright, but we do kill this guy, so he is dead. So we take him out. More tactical reinforcements, but you know what? It's fine. It was bound to happen. So we got that guy out, down and out. Got a dilemma here. So, oh, perfect. I'm gonna use these 2 guys to attack that. Do we have enough weapons? Oh no, they're carbon copies of each other. Shoot. Alright, self-preservation move. Woo! We're gonna go sideways. So he's done. I'm running towards a wall. Again, I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna say in the comments you played that wrong, but like honestly, given how I'm doing here, I feel like I'm doing reasonable, but like I feel like I need all the help I can get, you know? I'll take all the help I can get. Now my problem is I don't want to get a stack of 5 over here to make these guys like a focal point, but I don't know if I can avoid it. I think it might be best to like kind of move these guys around, like self-preservation them a little bit over here, you know, towards that bluff, and then self-preservation this guy towards that bluff, and then get this guy to move up. I do want this guy out of the way, just in case, but I don't know where to put him. I got 2 actions left. I have 1 tank I can barrage with that is in a position to barrage blue. So I think I will barrage with that tank on blue. Or I can move him, or I can move him forward for a little bit better position. So he's out of direct fire, so I think I'll do that. So I'm gonna move him forward as our action. I feel like I should have barraged blue instead. And then finally, we got this guy's full health. We could have him climb. I think I will. I'm gonna go ahead and have him climb. So he's gonna go ahead and climb. It's gonna take like 3 turns for him to get up there, but by the time he gets up there, he'll be in a reasonable spot, and hopefully he'll still be full health. He'll get disrupted every once in a while, but he's not at full risk of dying. And I think that's all 3 of my actions. That's all of my other actions. Preservation's been done. Oh, I can move this guy forward. Sure, I'll move this one forward here. Why not? Get him out of the big firing line there. In my headquarters, I can also move forward, and I'll move where this one's disrupted. Wait, hold on, what's here? Okay, this is actually a good spot too, because I get next to those guys. Here, I'll put it there. Now remember, I can only have a max of 2 units stacked in one spot, but headquarters and generals do not count as to that stack limit. So it's all good. So we are pushing forward. We're trying to push that line forward and trying to get the enemy to back down from us. And that's it for our action. So big red thumbs, we're all done. Now we're gonna move over to the other side. So we have the Western Front. And for the Western Front, we got a lot of work to do over here as well. So we got 3 actions, so it's gonna be really good for us. We almost got our commandos in position. I'm glad they didn't get shot. So we need to take advantage of the fact that we didn't get shot. We're going to move this guy forward. Self-preservation there. Oh no, he can't go there. That's a sheer cliff, isn't it? Oh no, that's a climbable wall. Okay, yeah, we can climb that. He can also attack that, so that's the main thing. I want him to be able to attack that. And for these guys, we're gonna have them run. Well, that's an action. Okay, well, we're gonna have them chill out. Over here for the headquarters, let's get this situated. We could do a combined attack with artillery and with the other guy. Let me see. So for a artillery attack, artillery units must be in range, but not adjacent to the target, and in command of an HQ, not a general, that is also commanding at least 1 infantry unit attacking the position. So I got 1 infantry unit attacking the position that's in command of the HQ. I'm also on top of another artillery that was not shot at. So the difference between this one and this one is that in order for us to shoot with this one, it has to have not been shot at. This one's armored, so it could have been shot at. But they're both the same strength. I think I can use all of them to attack. And I might as well just combine all the strength. So 2, 4, 6. So we're attacking with all 6. And we're attacking this spot here. And okay, so we're attacking. So we have the artillery weapons here if we need it. I don't think we will, but maybe we will. The artillery has AR, DE, and MO. So DE is demolitions, AR is artillery, and MO is mortar. So we got all those. And then this guy only has a BG, so we'll see if this works out. All right, here goes nothing. Here goes absolutely nothing. Oh, before we do, we're conducting the attack. Commence the attack. So we reveal we need a BG and a BR. We got a BG. We don't have a BR. That's unfortunate. Anti-aircraft gives us a BR. We don't have anti-aircraft near us. Boo. All right. This one's a range of 2. He was in range. This one's a range of 1, 2. Oh, this one was not in range. Sorry, we have a strength of 4. So, yeah, because this guy's not in range. So I can move him forward, though. I'm moving forward. So I was attacking with this and this, and that's going to be a strength of 4 versus a 3. So it is not enough strength. It's not double the strength. So it was greater than, and it is it does have a depth. So therefore the US is disrupted. Now, which one's disrupted? It's a question. So resolving an attack. Check to see if the attacking units possess all the weapons required to defeat. If the hero is participating, he may stand in for a required weapon. Refer to the US table. Use the upper section if you do not possess weapons. Use the lower section if you do. Locate the line corresponding to the thing. Locate the column corresponding to the thing. Cross the index. Apply the attack results to the German unit and to the US unit if called for. If the hex includes an unrevealed death marker, the attacker results may direct you to immediately reveal. An attack by more than 1 unit against German-occupied hex is resolved as a single attack. Add the strength of all your participating units together to acquire the single strength total, and utilize all the weapons participating in attack. If attacking through multiple hex signs, consider the attack happening through the hex signs. When attacking W position, across your hexes, you attack only 1 hex at a time. It doesn't explain the consequences here. So who gets disrupted? It's a question. Okay, all right. Let me go read the other sheets. So, the U.S. attackers possess required weapons, and we are greater than but not double. And they have a death marker. It says U.S. attackers disrupted. All right. Well, that's not great. So we're both disrupted, and we've already acted, so we'll be disrupted for this whole round. So this guy's disrupted. This guy's disrupted. No, not this guy. This guy. We're on pretty low health, so it's all fine. Okay, so that's not great. This guy can still go though, so he's gonna go ahead and climb up that little bridge. He has the BR that we need, so we can do it next round with the other artillery and try to take him out because there'll be enough strength to beat him. Okay, going back down to here. Let's see, these guys have all moved. Put the X's on them. Okay, so he's disrupted already, so we're gonna remove that. And can he do it by himself? He cannot do it by himself, but we can suppress him by just attacking. So it's a BZ and a VR. We don't have a VR. He has a BR. It's a little too far away though. I don't know. Hold on. So my commando guys, we're gonna have this guy commando in here. Did he move already? I don't think he moved already. He's gonna commando up there and probably die. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, he's not a commando. Sorry, I lied. He's a normal soldier. He's a commando though. He can commando in here and die. Yeah, there you go. That's the spirit. And then this guy's gonna commando in there. Actually, let's switch that. Well, no, let's do this. Because that's intense fire. So, commandoed in there, so we got a free action. I keep calling commandos with the rangers, but whatever. He's going to ranger in here. This guy can start climbing that wall as an action. Let me see, this is the general, so we can actually get our tank to shoot at one of these two. Who's at risk of getting hurt the most? He's at risk of getting intense fired, so we're gonna try to shoot this purple. Yeah, we're gonna try to barrage that purple. We are in shooting range of it, so we're gonna have the general order the tank to barrage, and the tank's gonna barrage. It's a triangle purple. That's what we need, triangle purple. It's a triangle purple. Circle purple. All right, I'll take a circle purple. That gives me a disrupt because it matches the color. Let's see, US barrage table. We have a strength of, full strength, so strength of 4, and the color matches. So German unit is disrupted. All right, I'll take it. Yep, great. Okay, now who else is here? So we got a triangle. This guy's climbing. So this guy's climbing. They're going to be moving to this side. And they're on the climb. Oh, sorry, they're on a cliff climb still. Okay. And he's done. And then next turn, that's going to flip over to climb. And then after that, it's going to be available. So he's still climbing. He's still climbing. Or they're still climbing. So we have what, an AA gun that can't really do anything yet. So the AA gun can't do much. We'll just chill. We'll just hang out here. I could have the general move over to give some free actions, but these are rangers. They already have free actions. Yeah, they all got free actions already. I suppose I can move them over for these guys. But I kind of want to keep the general available for when the well, because we have the HQ there. Yeah, we'll move the general over. He'll go ahead and go wee right there. Okay. All right, and that I'm not moving. I still have 3 actions left. I feel pretty good about that. So with those 3 actions, I think we are going to try to do an attack here. Let's see, we already know what this is, right? It's a BG. We cannot take it out. It's already disrupted. Shooting it again won't do much. We can go ahead and shoot this, so we will. So we're going to shoot this one. We do not have the right weapon, but we do have double, so therefore it is disrupted. That's the main thing that we care about. Disruption. And then for this guy, we're going to walk him up. Because we need... This is a BG. He does not have a BG. He has a BG, though. Move this guy up. And then as our last action, I guess we're going to move our tank up. We could use our tank to barrage the yellow here, and that would kind of keep this a little bit clear for us. But I think I'd rather move the tank up while I can. Get him out of the line of fire of red as well. So there's our 3 actions. Preservation actions, we have 1 left. We could move this guy sideways. Doesn't do much for us, so we're going to keep it as it is, and we're all done. Pretty intense stuff there, but that 3rd action really came in handy for us. Third action really came in handy there. And now, I see why tweezers are the way to go. Because boy, is this a little tedious. Okay. Alright, what are we? We're at 3 hours and 55 minutes? Okay. So I think we're going to go ahead and pause here for the night. We're on round 8. We got 8 rounds left. I think things are ramping up. I'm starting to get into the, hey, look at me. I'm taking big steps here. Taking big steps. I'll try not to touch this and let it sit on the table. I'll try to come back tomorrow and finish up. But for right now, if you are watching this video, this is going to be part 1. I didn't intend to make this a part 1, part 2 situation, but it's been 4 hours. And I would like to go to bed. So I'm going to go ahead and go to bed. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. I feel like I've been playing this game correctly. I hope I'm playing this game correctly. Please let me be playing this game correctly, because it will be a little bit of a chore to have to do a replay of it all. Oh man. But yeah, that's going to be it. Oh, before I go, let me remove disruptions. So these disruptions here are not removed right now because they're disrupted during turn. This one was disrupted at the beginning of turn, so his action was to remove that. Sorry, you couldn't see. Oh, you could see where I was pointing. Yeah, there we go. So that one is removed. The ones that were over here, though, these disruptions happened as a result of an attack, so therefore they don't go away. Yeah, and we're done. Okay. So that's going to be it for me, though. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll join in with the part 2. Hopefully I'll continue with the same video. Worst case scenario, absolute worst case scenario, I will not be able to have a part 2. I do want to try to get to a full finish for a full playthrough here, but playing both sides, man, this has been a lot. It's been a lot going back and forth. I'm enjoying my experience for sure, and this is feeling very World War II-ish, I will say. On to the losses. We have lost 3 so far, probably going to lose more as we go, but holding up. We're holding up. We'll see how we go. All right, thank you all very much for watching. As I said before, hope you all enjoyed it. And as always, I will see you all whenever for part 2, hopefully. Bye.